How's it going, everybody? My name is Chris Fox. We are Ready Game Fire, and welcome to episode 50 of the RGF podcast. Milestone.
Unbelievable milestone.
Woo! Hooray.
Woo!
With me today are, he's recently fired some guns in Poland. Please welcome 9mm Nick Deering. What did you just do? Did you just peel a cap?
Yeah, it's like cocking it first and peeling it.
Good to have you here.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Thanks for inviting me.
Welcome.
Such a polite man.
Yeah. He is definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, the Nightmare 13 on Twitter. It's not a snowboarder, so follow him now. He's also the biggest gravel fan I know. It's James McNerney.
Gotta appreciate gravel.
Is it all types of aggregate?
No,
just gravel.
Just Rockstar inspired one.
Okay, excellent.
He's soon to be the proud co-owner of a Garrus action figure with yours truly. It's Ryan Crawford.
Sup?
Are you excited to be here? Yeah, about as excited as you normally are about.
Yeah, man. Let's do this.
Just try and keep
get on with it.
Just try and keep calm, all right?
I'm sorry.
Jesus. He's one of the RGF originals, so it would have been insanity not to have this guy on. It's Steve Edwards.
Hello, how's it going?
I'm fine. How are you doing? How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. Yeah.
Bit exhausted from
A little bit, yeah.
any specific workout that's made you exhausted there?
Yeah, I've been doing the insanity workout. That's what you're aiming at, yeah.
Show us your abs.
You're right. So I've only been doing it a week and a half. It's a
Take your shirt off.
60-day program.
So when do we get to see your chest?
In 60 days, I guess.
50.
All right.
50.
Week and a half. Well done.
Yeah, thanks.
That's why he's here.
Are you seeing results already though?
For maths.
I feel better.
Yeah.
I feel, those stairs aren't so tough anymore.
Are you going to be... Stairs shouldn't be affecting you at 28 anyway.
There's a lot of stairs in our building that works.
Are you going to be on one of those 3 a.m. infomercials then about insanity?
Wouldn't have thought so, no.
Next up, he usually cancels last minute, but he's here today for RGF 50. It's Kai Connolly. What's that, Kai? You've taken a vow of silence. Okay, well, I'll glean what I can from your nods, but I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, he is definitely here.
He is here.
So hello to Kai. Oh, he's waving, everybody. Oh. Next up, he saw some films on a plane recently. It's Stuart Fenn.
Hello. Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
How are the films?
I'm boring.
Both of them?
All 4.
Next up, he's jailbroken his phone, and today he's going to jailbreak all of your hearts. It's Jamie Rathbone.
All right.
How you doing?
Got bare tweaks
Yeah,
on
mate.
my phone.
Yeah, you don't need to update, do you?
Non-stop. No, never. It's great.
Nice. Good to have you here, and your phone. And finally, he's got a high girly voice. It's Mike Power.
Power on!
How's it going, Mike? Who's definitely not running late?
Definitely fine, yes. I'm definitely feeling good today, yes.
what's-
I'm Mike Power.
How's that PlayStation treating you, Mike?
So yeah, that's Annie O'Brien, and
No, I'm Mike Power.
Yeah, it's Mike. I thought it was Mike.
but Mike is on his way. As this generation comes to an end and we welcome in a new one, we look at the life and times of the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 as we say, PS3 and 360, this is your life. And Stuart's got his head in his hands.
He's mourning.
Mourning for, well, yes, this is somewhat of a post-mortem like we did with the Wii, as we look back at the highs and the lows of the life cycles of both the current gen consoles. Mac, you think it's too early?
No, it's fine.
That's not what you said the other day.
I never said that.
Yeah, you said, come on guys, there's
Where's the
loads of
audio
stuff to
proof?
come out still,
Yeah, we do.
including like
Dark
lots of other
Souls
games.
2.
But Dark Souls 2, so
Yeah.
yeah, there's loads of stuff out, so we can't do this yet.
Yeah.
But it's time right here, right now. They're lying here, both of the consoles are here, on the operating table, chests open,
Right next to the Wii U.
and we're going to go through
Spent
them.
forces.
Yeah. We're going to go through them and find out what made them tick. Before I continue, this is a free podcast, but we do run on your support. So if you haven't already, please subscribe, rate and review on iTunes to increase people's awareness of Ready Game Fire. We're also on YouTube, so please subscribe over there as well, and like and comment. We put up every podcast as a video over there. So if you could spread the word about that, that'd be fantastic. Also, we've got exciting video content coming really soon. Can't tell you about that in detail just yet. If you do want to contribute monetarily, there is a donate button for PayPal on the website, which is readygamefire.co.uk. Also, if you don't already, please like us on Facebook, please follow us on Twitter to join in with the conversation and RT and share. And if you want to email us, it's contact@readygamefire.co.uk. So that wasn't too long and boring, was it? Let's get on with the show. Oh, I do want to say thank you to Stephen Fox for getting these new microphones for us. So that's why you can now hear the bass in our voice. But it is also why we're gathered around each microphone, like we're doing the new Band-Aid Christmas single. Okay.
What did the optimistic man say as he jumped off a roof?
What
Yeah, go
did he
on.
say?
So far, so good.
Who told that to you?
Homeland Season 3 told me that.
I love that guy. We're just about to enter a new generation, and how are you guys going to be getting there? Yeah? What's your transport going to be looking like?
In a couple of years' time, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be on the Play Sensation Express, straight to station number 4.
The Play Sensation.
It'll be a lonely
Really?
stop. But
It will.
Just
Just me on my lonesome.
Mac, do you think PS stands for Play Sensation?
That is what it stands for.
Yeah.
That's what I was led to believe.
By who? Homeland Season 3?
It's in that shop at Triple X above the doors.
Jesus Christ. Well, yeah, but you are obviously famously...
Famously
you
neutral.
won, you won a PS4, didn't you?
I did indeed.
Yeah. And Stuart Fenn, you won an Xbox
I won an
didn't you?
Xbone, yes.
Yeah.
Although straight away he was trying to swap with me. You know,
I was
wasn't he?
contemplating a swap. I wasn't sure what I wanted, which one, and then I just didn't bother. So
Sorry.
Xbox One.
It's alright to be second place, don't worry.
And Mac's not... He didn't want to swap with you.
Why would he?
So what have you swapped it for now? Like a new mountain bike
Magic beans.
with a kid around the... Oh, brilliant.
Beans.
What have you done with the beans?
Ate them.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, they're nice. They're in my tummy.
Yeah. No problems.
No, not yet.
Thank
Not
God.
yet. So I have to buy an Xbone now.
Yeah,
Xbox One.
yeah.
Sorry, Xbox One.
But yeah, it is a strange one because this is the first generation where I haven't wanted one of the consoles at launch.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford to get a 360 at launch, but I've got like
But you still wanted... You needed
still
to get on
wanted
that
one.
cameo.
Yeah, still wanted one, and I wanted that cameo in Perfect Dark. Oh yeah.
God.
You know,
But
you
yeah,
got-
this time I'm just not really that bothered about getting one straight away.
Perfect.
Obviously, you've got to buy a HD TV first, being the only man in Britain probably who doesn't own.
'Cause
Still
the
on
new-
standard def.
The
Yeah.
new ones don't run on standard
Do
def.
they not
do
even have a standard
Oh,
def option?
Mike, do the new consoles run in standard definition?
No, they don't.
Oh, and that's
Okay.
gospel. You can 100%.
100% definite.
Well, Nick, I'm sorry, but
It might
you're
be
gonna have to.
Yeah.
You
They
might have to get
also-
some speakers as well. I don't think they hook up to gramophones either. God.
Yeah.
Nick Deering is 48 years old.
Yeah. I'll have to pack away my RF lead and all that business.
Shit, yeah, no doubt. Mike stepped away from the table for a minute. I'm not too sure why, but I'm sure all will be revealed in a minute. Ryan, new console for you?
Nope.
No? Fuck it.
Nope. Not getting any of that shit.
No one
Been
cares.
burned way too many times.
No one
Had
cares about
every
games.
console at the start.
Yeah.
Every time was a mistake.
I mean, it's always
Tuning
exciting.
into RGF
Fuck 'em.
for all your latest console
'em.
news.
It's always exciting.
Fuck them.
Have you bought many launch consoles, Ryan?
All thems.
All
They're
of them.
all
All at
fucking
launch.
rubbish. Yep.
See, I've never had a launch console ever. This is my first one.
So yeah, Mike's understudy has left the room. Thanks, Annie, for that. She really didn't want to do that either, so thanks, Annie, for that. And now, please welcome Grown Factory and worst thing about this generation, it's Mike Power.
You really wanted me to rhyme just for that, didn't you? Wow.
You need a proper intro, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I like it. Thank you. Hello.
You are the worst thing about this generation.
I'm alright with that.
Yeah, I didn't know Mike before 360 came in.
And
That's true.
Shit.
and potentially the next generation.
Possibly the next one.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
A
Day
decent, a
one.
decent bet to ruin it.
Well, there we go. Game
and,
on.
And we were just talking about what consoles, if any, we're going to get for launch. And you said, yeah, I'll get the PS4 at launch. And I went, oh, so no Xbox One for you then? And you went, oh, it's Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Michael, we get
Wait,
both.
did she know? Was that you just assuming or did she
Oh
know that?
dear.
I might not. Who knows?
That's
Who
what you
knows?
said. That's what you told me.
Oh right, yeah, I did say that. Yeah, yeah. I was saying.
That's what you said.
I
Words
thought
from your
Annie had
mouth.
known. I mean, understudy had known.
Oh no, but when Annie was you, she did confirm a few things, 100%. So
I'm looking forward to a
Tattoo.
Facebook pic of Mike receiving his Christmas
Yeah.
gifts as well.
Yeah, that might happen.
Look at disappointment.
It should happen.
What? Xbox
He's
One, I'm well
Mike's
excited
available.
for an Xbox One, actually, I've got to say.
There was a kid we went to school with who was by that I mean me and Steve,
Sure.
and he was a huge Sega fan, like a ridiculous Sega fan. And one Christmas he got a Super Nintendo, and he cried.
Really?
Is that going to happen to you?
No, because I'll be asking for this Xbox One.
You'll already have
Get me
PlayStation.
some Peggle 2.
No new console for you, Jamie?
No, I was thinking of the PS4 for PS Plus and the Remote Play. So I've only just recently bought Vita.
Oh yeah,
He's on, he's
So
on
that's
board.
Welcome.
swung me.
It's great, isn't it?
Welcome
It's
to the
good.
middle
It is good.
generation.
Anyone who's got a Vita loves a Vita.
Yeah.
That's all you non-Vita owners need.
I'd
to
like
know.
one. You know, I would like one. It's nice hardware.
Why don't you get a cheaper, one of the cheaper ones? No, don't get one with the OLED screen.
No, I don't want one that much. I'd like one. I'd like if one was given to me. I wouldn't like to spend money on it.
Yeah, like,
But I would
like your
I-
Xbox One.
I'd enjoy having it. Yeah, exactly.
The Vita is where I fell in love with Rayman Oranges.
I bet it looked good on that screen.
It does. Oh, it
Gorgeous
does.
on that screen. Everything looks good on the fucking Vita screen. Oh my god, it's better than it looks better.
Unless you turn it off and you get my reflection.
Looks better than real life.
I hate that. Looking down and
Oh, yeah.
You see your fat face from below.
It's like the Wii U camera where you're playing
really
Nintendo
bad.
Land and it just catches you out
It's not nice. It's the worst, like,
I know,
most
right?
unflattering shot you could possibly have.
of your face.
Well, I'm not saying from just like
Yeah,
kind of an
under.
angle.
The under.
If you hold it there, that will happen.
Yeah, exactly. Just look away at the last minute.
Duck face throughout the whole game experience.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Be fine.
It is bad though.
Yeah.
Because your mouth's always a little bit open as well. Well, mine one is.
Yeah, me too.
You see a little bit of your tongue, can't you?
Yeah,
And
just sticking out.
Oh,
it's
dear.
like, and then obviously you're so surprised that you can't move for a bit, and then you just dribble straight into your Vita screen.
Then you have to buy a new Vita.
Anyway, so
It's time for the Ready Game Fire Hot Topic.
this was a great generation for gaming, wasn't it? Everybody had a good time.
Yeah,
Everybody
feels-
generally had a good time.
Yeah, generally.
Lovely
Yeah,
time.
definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wii was great.
For me, this generation's obviously about like multiplayer console gaming, isn't it? More
Yes.
than anything
Yeah.
else. And-
Online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, that's what I
The
mean.
Wii won that one.
And yeah,
Smash
So
Brothers.
Codes,
It had an online game.
that's where the Wii is, shit.
All right.
Because of that.
It's true.
It's not fair, Sonny, not here, is it?
Sorry to all the RGF brethren who couldn't be here today, but obviously Kai's here, aren't you? He's nodding
Wait,
again.
fucking Kai. Oh, yeah.
Don't eat me mouth. No, eat
Oh,
don't
you missed this, Mike, because this
Yeah.
was before you got
Yeah,
here.
sure.
But you may be wondering why Kai's sat in the corner, but he's
yeah.
completely silent. He's on a vow of, he's taken a vow of silence.
He mentioned it the other day he was going to try and do that. as
Yeah, well, he's doing it now, probably for charity, Kai? Yeah, he's nodding, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's for charity, and if you're a complete bender, Kai, say nothing. No?
It's not really,
Confirmed.
it's not really fair.
Yeah, that's offensive.
Yeah, come on, mate.
Back on track, like 'cause this generation for me, I speak from the Xbox here really, it's just like how Xbox Live became better and better. Xbox Live Arcade became better and better, and like lots of the best titles for me over the last 2 years or so have been Live Arcade titles,
Oh, yeah.
rather than like box titles.
Oh, yeah, when I was thinking about my favourite games on the 360, they're all pretty much downloadable titles.
Yeah.
The
Well,
thing that sold me on an Xbox was Geometry Wars.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
First in
Forgot
which
about
game?
Geometry Wars.
First in launch game, Project
Gotham.
yeah, like
Two,
originally
three.
it was on the original Xbox, man. Like
yeah.
Geometry Wars. It was in
No
the
one played
arcade.
it.
Too.
It was in the arcade in PGR2,
The arcade
yeah,
machine,
in the
yeah.
garage.
Oh,
Like no one played it. I was 30th on the board in the world. Just saying.
But no one
They-
played it, you say.
But no one played it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you think the
31
last
people.
few years of the Xbox Live Arcade have pretty much died off though, and PlayStation Network games have been a lot better in the last 2 years. In the last 2 years.
I can't even
definitely-
say anything
I was-
positive.
Just saying,
I
when you said
was
last 2
curious.
years, I think you mean it used to be when Trials first came out and Braid and Limbo, they were all there, and since then it's been a while since.
They are in the last 2 years, like Limbo and Braid,
No,
aren't
but-
they?
but-
But Limbo was 2010. Oh, zing.
No, Nick.
Braid was ages ago.
Yeah,
4
Braid
or
was-
5 years
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
It
Braid
was
was
like a couple of months ago, man.
Braid 08.
Doesn't it feel like they all
Bollocks.
came out a year ago?
Bollocks.
Braid was 08, yeah.
No,
But yeah, anyway, like I'm perfectly prepared to
Wasn't.
believe you, but I don't know any like because I'm
Yeah,
not a
yeah,
PS3 owner. So like, educate me. Tell me some
Let's
of the
have
really
some
cracking
time.
Sure.
standout.
Well, Journey was obviously the big standout for last year. Unfinished
Yeah,
Swan was also
bit
another
boring,
great
but
experience.
Shapes.
Well, I mean, the artist experience as
What's
well.
that shapes one you like?
There's the sound shapes.
No one.
Guacamole. They're all
These
pretty
are-
good.
Fuck are these games? man?
Fuck are these games, man?
These are.
That is as well.
That's my voice.
Ridiculous.
Just did a,
No,
I
that's
can't believe
That
you
was
just,
Ryan's
I
understudy.
can't believe you just jive
Unbelievable.
talk back.
That
at-
was Ryan's understudy. That was
There's
Ryan's
no fucking
understudy.
racism on this podcast.
I'm not racist. Max Spanish, and we just mention it all the time.
Having said,
Yeah, exactly. And I put up with that.
I mean, look at him. He must be some sort of
Yeah.
Spanish.
Ay, Dios mío.
having said that, Ryan, earlier on, like you hadn't heard of the Righteous Brothers, and then White Christmas came on. Oh no, last
The
Christmas.
band
Damn it, it doesn't work.
Rotting
Don't worry about
wanted
it.
to
Damn
do
it.
But yeah, like over the last 3 years or so, man, there's all those kind of high-profile like indie games. Not necessarily saying just on Xbox.
Just to talk about some of the Xbox Live Arcade games that I love, you know, Trials, Shadow Complex,
Shadow Complex.
and the not
Super
nearly
Meat Boy?
talk. Yes, Meat Boy, of course.
Mm.
And,
Super
course,
Meat
very
Boy,
one.
man.
Fuck yeah.
And-
From
and
Dust,
they're
Dust
not-
I loved initially as well.
Plants vs.
Kind of tough to
Zombies.
play.
I've tried going back to it and I thought it would be great to muck about in, and it's not.
From
I
Dust
don't
is
know,
really
so-
difficult. Yeah, I really
I
didn't like
struggled to
it.
get into it, sadly.
It looked very
I thought
boring.
it was an excellent like playthrough.
Sorry.
It reminded me of
I never got
Populous,
into it
but
at the time.
just not as good, unfortunately.
It's a PC gamer's game, isn't it?
Looks like it, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Speaking of which,
one and all.
Oh no,
Yeah.
we're not talking about PCs. It's console.
Oh, come on.
PC's
Go on then, what you got?
PC is where it's at.
Space Game.
we're never going to do
Alright,
a
Steve, settle down with Space Game.
space game, say, man.
Space game. What space game, Steve? I'm probably more tapping on the table. You know me.
that kind of shit. Yeah, just
You can slap my hands.
Your like woman drink.
Hey, what? It's full. I usually have slimline tonic, so actually I've stepped up today.
I do love a gin.
Slimline
That's full
time.
tonic.
Ooh. Steve, Steve, you want to get Mike on Insanity, don't you?
I think it would really help him. I really do.
Help with
I
what?
think you'll see benefits.
Yeah.
Instantly.
No legs left.
Like, I reckon within 2 days you'd be like, shit.
But Mike's not cancelling podcast appearances because of back troubles, is he?
That's true.
Like no one in this room has,
Yeah, exactly.
and that doesn't include Kai because he's in this room, isn't that right, Kai? Oh, he's nodding enthusiastically
Nodding.
this time. Tongues
He's
out.
holding his back as well. I think.
Tongue's hanging out of his mouth.
He's always
But yeah, no. So
They should bring Insanity to Connect. That's
Oh
what
my
they should
God.
do.
it's not
Connect
accurate
2.0.
enough.
Well, Connect
No,
2.0 is.
Well, yeah, I mean,
No, it isn't.
just flat.
No.
There'd be too many deaths, probably. There'd be too many people dying of heart attacks and then flopping
You're giving
onto
them too
their
much
screen.
credit.
But the ones that survive,
They're pretty sitting
Yeah.
fit.
Fit.
We'll have a fit nation of gamers.
like
We,
scrams.
we already have a fit nation of gamers.
Where?
Look around the room.
Just
Where-
around the
no.
table, yeah, that's it.
This is the people in this room are not a fair representation of what gamers look like because I'm looking around and everyone is pleasing to the eye.
Nice.
Everyone, and everyone is included in that.
Nicest thing I've ever said.
You're looking into Jamie's eyes there.
Yeah.
It's a little bit hard.
Yeah.
Everybody, yeah?
Everybody
Everyone.
else.
Grabbing his leg as well.
Really?
Under the table.
Me too? Really?
Oh.
If you did have like a fitness thing, combine it with just the fact that most people just play Call of Duty. It'd be
Yeah,
like
well-
an army recruiter's dream.
Yeah, run on the
You know,
spot.
get them mental
That's
for
a great
war.
story,
Get
yeah.
them hyped up to fuck, and then fight. You know?
Hyped up to fuck
And
and,
fight.
then fight.
And then
Yeah, well, my Tesco doesn't stock games anymore. They stopped
what?
doing that, just films, but just films and CDs. But they've got a Call of Duty stand.
No
Really?
way.
How many people who in this country own, say, just a 360 and
Just FIFA.
just
and
COD?
Well,
We've
Quite
covered
a
this
few,
ground
yeah.
before. we've
GTA
numbered
now
those,
as
but
well.
It must
That
be
one.
it must be
Quite
the
high.
largest proportion.
Oh yeah.
this could be a positive or a negative for the 360, but you know, it is of course home to all the Call of Duties, the Joe Evos, and the Mike Crafts. No, not a good one.
No.
Xbox
didn't
One
work,
I think
didn't work.
worked,
That's
yeah.
where I met Mike.
Didn't work.
What?
Minecraft.
It's got nothing to do with that, Mike.
The Battlefield.
Battlefield. Battlefield.
Battlefield,
Battlefield.
Neville of Honor,
Yeah,
Neville of Honor. Oh.
Kiefer Sutherland.
those guys. Yeah.
I mean FIFA.
Kiefer-
Fuck, I
Kiefer
fucked it up.
Sutherland.
That's what Steve did. Yeah, what a Keith Sutherland.
I was doing that on purpose. I coined FIFA Sutherland. And I called it. Yeah, and yeah, there we
I
are.
think it was Stuart.
Throw it back now.
I don't want to.
It may have
It's
been
on a
me. It may have
podcast.
been
I don't want
me.
to start problems.
There's proof.
That's what I think it is.
Proof there
I
isn't.
can't remember it, but I'd expect it was me.
It was a joint. I think I seem to remember it was a bit of a group thing.
It was a good
I
session of those.
termed it Kiefer's, and then he just said FIFA Sutherland, and you were like, go on.
Good one,
fellas.
Stuart.
I mean, you were saying the name Kiefer, and you couldn't connect that to any sort of like.
No.
obvious
What?
video.
Right, if we're going
all.
to go into this, I mean,
Yeah, let's do it.
we were doing the Joe Evos, and then
Brilliant.
I said
Brilliant.
the Kiefers, and you just jumped on it
Why would you say
You use
Keepers
it.
without meaning FIFAs?
because you don't. It's Joe Evo.
Yeah.
So I just went Kiefer 98 probably. Road
Kiefer
to World Cup.
I think you're just bummed because you start watching 24 again and you
I
want to
hate
own everything
those-
to do with Kiefer Sutherland.
I hate those
Yeah.
Keith
See,
98
Siri-
Road to
Ooh.
World Cups. God,
Road
you're
to World
pounding.
Cup.
Don't-
Next, last generation, not 7 generations ago.
Still doing it.
Road to World Cup and N64 was
Too
brilliant.
good.
Dynamite.
Loved it.
And
Yeah, that was the best one.
Had five-a-side in it, didn't it?
Indoors.
Yeah, indoor five-a-side.
Nice.
Amazing.
Let's just talk about the N64.
they,
era.
they still do the indoor. It's just a separate game now called FIFA Street.
It's awful. It's the worst
I
game
love
I've
FIFA
made.
Street.
It's
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah, but it's
So
cool,
good.
isn't it?
So
It's
bad.
so shit.
So
You can do
cool.
flick
You
tricks.
ever played it?
Yeah, I played fucking loads. That's why
Played
I
the
just
original
slide
one.
tackle
Literally
master.
got nothing in common.
It's
exactly
it's
why I
the
like it.
only game in the world that requires
that?
zero skill to play.
That was gorgeous.
It's
Guinea
skillless, Mike. There's no skill in the game.
You have to bounce the ball 5 times.
Ironically, for a game that you can do like triple backflips and overhead kick it into the top corner, there's no skill involved.
Yeah,
It's
baby,
terrible.
and that's why I like it. All right.
And just to finish off my XBLA point from a little bit earlier on,
Oh my God.
the under talked about and underrated Perfect Dark port, which I think is just dynamite.
I own it. Did you come to my
I
house?
made you
and buy
download it.
I've never played it. I think you two played.
Yeah, we played one game after we made you buy it.
We played it for 10 minutes or something, and then
It's good though, isn't it?
It was
deleted.
Who won?
Did you
I
pay
think
me?
Chris won.
Did you pay me the points?
No, I just convinced you to buy it.
Okay, pay me in money.
Nah. I'll give you back the 20p that you gave me towards changing my gamer tag.
Oh, I remember that.
Did you change it?
Yeah,
I
I did,
paid.
yeah.
It was
Stuart was the only one who donated after I went
Really?
around collecting for the charity to change my poor gamer
Bad
tag to
moment.
something else.
No one came out that well.
I felt
Especially
sorry for you
fans.
though. You know, I felt that you should change it.
What about you're just missing a T from your one, Stu?
Stuart
You are,
WTF.
yeah.
It's all right.
Shadow Complex was my favourite downloadable Xbox Live Arcade game.
It's great.
Best Metroid game ever made.
Well,
Yeah.
you're not an authority on that, really.
Oh, I just am. I just said it.
Say foolish things. We can all say stupid things.
So
Just choose not
recently
to.
as well.
FIFA Street is the best football game.
I said that as well. I've got it.
Yeah.
I've got it on record.
Flower is the game of this generation.
We'll get onto that. We'll get onto that.
We can all-
Later. We'll get that.
Wasn't
Garbage.
Mike's first interaction with Super Metroid was watching The Wire or something?
my
Not the
days.
Wire,
Or was
Sopranos.
it?
Watching something in the background,
Yeah.
talking to
You-
someone on the phone, probably.
Walk through, open on the screen.
I'll
Yeah.
give him credit because he played, made my favourite game with my favourite TV series.
Yeah, exactly,
On
yeah.
the same, just to really
No credit.
grind my gears.
You get like half of each though. It's not what you want.
You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to concentrate on either?
Well, I know what happened. Tony Soprano got in a power suit, took down the aliens, and then was a
It's
gangster.
hilarious.
It's all about
isn't it?
atmosphere as well.
All
Isn't it?
worth
Yeah,
it.
Sopranos is a great atmosphere.
They're complementary, aren't they?
They are pretty much. They were designed as companion pieces.
So we all love the digital titles on the 360. Can anyone name something that people might have not liked about the 360?
Red lights.
Everyone apart from Mike and Mac can answer this question.
By the arcade.
No, that's
What's
biased.
that?
The
What's that,
fucking noise.
What's that, Ryan? 3 red lights? Nice, I agree. Completely right.
Wouldn't it be great to not talk about the red lights?
Yeah, you're right.
past.
It's buried in the
Yeah.
past.
It's
It's
not.
not.
It's not. It cost me a lot
The
of money.
massive tech.
Yeah,
You,
it cost
you
me
now
a lot
own
of
like
money.
7 Xboxes. That's
That was a
a
big
good
blemish on
thing.
this gen.
Such an old issue, man. It happened to me once in 6 years or something.
5 times,
So-
man. 5 times.
7 times.
That's a huge.
I've not
fuck up,
forgotten.
Like, what the fuck are you guys doing with your consoles?
Yeah,
man?
right.
That's the question.
I know.
Getting use out
Did
of
it never
them?
have to you, man?
Outdoors or
indoors.
It actually saved me money because one time my Xbox failed for something else, and I just said, "Yeah, it was a red ring," and they're like, "We'll fix it. We'll fix it. We'll fix it." So, yeah, it saved me money.
My 2 fixes are both free.
Yeah.
2 for me. How many for you?
None technically.
One for you?
One. Yeah.
How many for you?
I've got red lights, but it fixed itself.
Did you towel it? Wrap it up in a towel and turn it on?
Lick it.
God.
I had a third-party fan stuck to the back of it. And
Oh, so you're like
kill the
Mumbo jumbo.
You don't
Void
count.
his warranty.
You don't
Yeah.
count
Cast and
at
Hitler,
all,
you don't
mate.
deserve
Yeah.
to be.
The disc tray went on my Monday. So
7 for Ryan, influencing the average quite badly.
7 for him.
7 for me.
Sorry, 7 for you and 5 for you.
oh, you
How
missed the
many
most
for you?
important.
I've had one red ring and then I got it repaired and it's been fine.
So
I've had one repaired for free. Never had any problems.
Steve, you've used your Xbox a lot. What was your?
I didn't really, well, obviously none. But
But yeah, we say don't talk about it.
Didn't
But
sound
this is the
cool.
last. This is the goodbye to it. So this is the last time we can talk Ed Ring.
This
Now we're done,
is
so-
your life for
Yeah.
both consoles,
Yeah.
and you can't not talk about the red ring. But at the
Pretty
same
bad.
time, a lot of PlayStations failed as well,
Yeah.
and for some reason that just flew right under the radar.
not as
because
catchy.
it took longer
Yeah.
before it started kicking in, whereas
Yeah.
360s were dying like
Yeah.
6
Yeah,
months,
it's true.
12 months into
Well,
it.
then that's
PS3 was
better.
like 3 to 4 years.
I think
and then-
Steve,
Yeah,
Steve's
after-
onto something.
Drop.
After the warranty ran out.
Yeah.
Clever Sony.
And it wasn't the same degree, there was it? There was
No.
like a third
Widespread.
or like 40%
I-
of the Xboxes failed. Didn't
I
they,
own a
in the initial
PS. I had been through 7 Xboxes, but they were all replaced for free.
run? Mhm, Yep.
I bought a second-hand PS3 off Andrew Sparks, and the disc drive had already been repaired before I got it. The Blu-ray drive broke, and I also got the yellow light of Doom. So
Yeah, but you balanced it up with the fact that you bought it for like £100 or something.
Yeah.
You know,
Off Sparks as well.
Yeah, off,
So it had his musky smell on
a
it.
dodgy
yeah,
fella.
but
Buying it
if
from
it was
Bellboy.
if it was a 60 gig original that I bought, it would still would have.
Well, I did. Yeah, mine did. Mine failed.
Mike's failed, mine
yeah.
failed,
Yeah, mine failed twice.
Max has failed.
Mine failed, yeah.
So
Just as God of War 3 was coming out.
this is the thing; they are actually really common. Like I said, it just like Max said, they outlast the warranty,
Yeah, exactly.
and then they all fail.
But no one got 7 PS3 failures. That didn't happen.
But
so.
I didn't have to pay for those Xbox
No, fair enough,
replacements,
but that's why it
and I
wasn't-
had to pay to get my PS3 replaced.
Yeah.
Well, we look at
That
the
doesn't make it okay though. The fact that Microsoft were offering that free, so it's just them admitting that.
the huge
their
cost.
I'll tell you
hardware
what's
was
worse
faulty.
though. I'll tell you what's worse, that I had to pay to fix my PS3.
Yeah, as a consumer, you want out. Yeah.
I mean, I know, Mac. I know it's
wouldn't
hard.
say that's worse.
Of course you wouldn't.
I'd say. No,
What are you on about?
I'd say it's equally bad that the consoles this generation pretty much. all
Get him,
failed.
Ryan.
Yeah.
One of them
That was
cost me
bad.
money.
Yeah, one
It
of
doesn't
the-
matter if you have to pay for it or not. The fact that
Yeah, it
broke down
does.
is bad enough.
Yeah, it
Wing was pretty
does.
solid.
It does a little bit.
My Mega Drive
Because no
still
one plays
works.
the Wii.
I don't know how you
Works.
can really say that them not covering.
As a consumer, Chris it helped Chris massively having the Xbox. I mean, Microsoft did best by the consumer, better than Sony in terms of a consumer-facing product.
If your PS3 had failed 7 times, then you'd have spent how much?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't have spent that much.
I wouldn't have
You'd
But it
had
wouldn't have
one.
failed
You
seven. It
stop
wouldn't
after
say.
two, innit?
It wouldn't have
Yeah,
failed
exactly.
7 times, which is it's a
Mine,
balanced
like,
balance.
Anyway,
If
hang
mine
on.
broke down twice, I would have stopped buying it. I would have been like, no, I'm not
but-
buying any more products from this company.
You say
Until
that.
next
Except
gen.
You say
unless
that.
it was Sony.
Until it's next gen. No, I would have done the same thing with Sony.
Then
I'm,
we
I'm
don't-
not sure that you would have, Mac, because you're a blind, crazed fanboy.
Okay. I said it doesn't matter whether you have to pay to repair it or not. That doesn't.
It does
excuse
matter.
it.
Yeah,
the
it does.
console breaking down is bad enough.
No, but they fixed their
With
problem.
that.
They did step in, and they made a huge fucking problem, but they still stepped in. Like with the Sony, with the PlayStation Network cutting out, that was a fuck up, but they made reparations. That's the Xbox things. They gave something back to the consumer for a fucking massive mistake. It's a big mistake. Everyone makes these mistakes. That just had one small mistake at manufacturing, and it unfortunately fucked them for years, but they still made up for it.
The fail rate of the 360 was catastrophic, but they did something about it. The fail rate of the PS3s was still too high, and Sony did nothing about it.
Well, that's the thing though. If it had been the same scale as the Xbox,
Yeah.
It's
You-
still
you-
it's
you-
still
you
on
did,
too
yeah.
high a scale.
but you'd expect they would have done something about it. They could get away with it because,
Yeah.
as you mentioned earlier, in comparison to the 360,
Yeah.
the problem
With
is
years
much
of
smaller.
use.
So
Yeah.
all the attention on that, much less attention on this.
Yeah, people
and
know-
therefore
people know
you can
about
get away
it,
with it.
That's exactly right.
Plus, they were smart. They made it the yellow light of death. That's an extra syllable. People get bored very quickly after red light of death.
not
Fuck
catchy.
it. Exactly.
Steve
yeah.
Burrow.
I'm
Breaks
pretty
down
sure the
Thomas
console
later.
I got back was a different console, but I've never had any problems with it ever since.
But you never take games out of it. It's always just you never take Beatmania out of it. and you're only pumping out a 480p signal. It's not going to get that hot, is it?
Did you ever have your
PS2 game, Chris.
Did you have your shiny black one ever go?
No, my Xbox Slim,
Is that what it's called?
knock on
Fixed.
wood,
'Cause
has
yeah,
not.
mine's fine.
Yeah, well, yours has never been on.
Also, like we're talking about console failures and like the hardware failing. Like I'd much rather be in a position where I've got a console and Xbox with loads of great games to play, and it fails, I get it back in a week, or fine, never had a problem again. Than like a much bigger failure for a PS3. Not many good games to play on it for a long time.
It's very fun. He's funny, isn't he?
And
I
that's
also
a much
like.
bigger failure for me. Than,
I also like how I'm the bad guy for having all these consoles die on me, and I'm the shit.
You are.
Just want to point out there as well that my PS3 Slim, you say your Slim has been fine, your
My-
Xbox
yeah,
Slim,
yeah.
my PS3 Slim's never failed.
Yeah.
It's because by that point, everything
Yeah.
Fixed,
worked
yeah.
and it was fine. isn't
So
it?
They did a
It's like,
rejiggery.
what are we going to see now in the next few months and weeks after
Yeah.
the launch when they still seem to be in within the last couple of months tweaking things,
Yeah.
not settled fully on
Rushing to
every
production.
specific of the hardware. And
This
yeah,
is
they're
why
both
it's
rushing,
worth
aren't they?
waiting.
The whole
That's
thing
it,
about
yeah.
It is probably,
the
yeah.
whole thing about this upcoming generation looks rushed with all these delays, but they have learnt a lot of things in that most of the new consoles are vents and fans.
Yeah, exactly.
Contributing
Yeah,
to
they're
the-
half and half. I
But
was
I'm
wondering.
still worried though,
Design
after this
looks terrible for
generation.
both of them.
Sorry.
It doesn't matter though, Mac, because
After this
it doesn't matter
generation,
because
I'm tainted
you could just
by
pay
it.
Money's no
however
object.
much money in the world.
Money is no
It
object.
doesn't matter, Mac. You're living in the
It'll just
the
win
dream
another
world.
one.
It's a moot point.
Yeah,
So what didn't we like about the Xbox 360? The only thing.
we just did that.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, the red ring. Oh, there's so
Yeah.
much more.
It was noisy. It's noisy as
just the one
mine's,
thing.
Mine's really noisy.
That was it. That was the only
Like,
failure.
yeah.
Why is
Not the
why-
last 3 years of software output for the Xbox.
What about the
360.
USB
God.
port on the back either?
Every time Mike and Mac says something fanboyish, it's like someone stabbing me in the neck with something really small. It's like,
Ah, what was that?
Even when Mac's looking at me and going, "You should be happy paying Sony to give."
I'm pretty sure I didn't say those words.
And I'm pretty sure
I heard him.
I can re-edit your speech to make
can
you
do whatever you
say
want.
those words.
Censorship.
Jamie, you've got some notes there. Would you like to read one of them out? What have you brought along?
One note.
One
I read one note.
patch note.
Pretty much.
Actually, this is a point.
Actually, what's this I found?
Your point is a point. I
You
know
could
that.
fit 11 360s into the boot of a Mini Cooper.
The 360 did well out of being released early. So
Okay.
I'd say that's one of the
yeah.
advantages.
18 months?
Oh, yeah.
18 months? 2 years maybe?
It came out
6 months
November
after?
2005. The Wii was December 2006.
Oh, so it is 14 months.
And PlayStation 3 was November 2006 in Japan and March 2007.
That's
in
a
the rest of the
knowledge.
world.
Well, I was actually thinking of Xbox to PS3, so I was
Yeah,
about
it's
right.
about
That's
14
good.
months, yeah.
Thank you for validating my correctness.
You are very welcome.
And Mike, you just said you wanted to talk about terrible PS3 related things.
No, I
and then
never said
after
that.
and then after all of that, PS3 came out with a terrible launch.
Terrible.
It wasn't the best, no.
Embarrassing, really, for everyone who liked
I
it.
was okay. I was meant so Nick slammed the launch of the PS3 titles, so I'm allowed to slam the end of the Xbox's run
No,
as well.
no,
Definitely.
no, no.
Am I not?
No.
Not yet.
Interesting.
The opposite side of the
You
spectrum.
different rules for you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
I
Mike,
think
you
that was
and
the
I know
Nazis'
that.
way of thinking as well.
Oh,
Well-
finish the podcast. We're done.
Yeah.
And
As soon as you
the
bring
rule?
up the mic
Yeah.
Nazis.
First
Mike,
Nazi
it's,
mention.
I've got a connection with the Nazis. We're
What?
You got what now?
Yeah, right.
What?
Listen to
Lineage.
an episode previously. It's fine.
Okay, right. In fairness, I did slam the
What?
PS3's kind of like launch lineup.
It was bad.
without even really
bad.
remembering what any of the launch.
Well,
titles-
Uncharted 1 came out within 7 months.
No,
of launch
That
console.
doesn't count.
Well,
I had
7
that's
months.
not-
I had a
Okay.
PS3
Are
on
you
launch.
kidding
right?
me? It's not a launch title.
No, but he was talking about the first few
Within-
years at the time.
No,
No,
You
no.
mean
The launch, we've done launch titles, and PS3 was
Nick
right
Deering's
slammed.
clearly very wrong a lot of the time, isn't he?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think both launches were. I mean, God, I mean, I couldn't wait to get my hands on that Perfect Dark Zero.
But surely you mean 7 months after, not within 7 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is well worded. Like,
That's a launch.
within 2 years, there was Uncharted 1 and 2 out on the console.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Within the first 2 years.
No, it wasn't within 2.5 years.
That's a window. That's a launch window.
Your launch window. I mean,
7 months is a launch window.
We've already
Oh,
come
the
to
first few
Well,
months.
that's a generous window.
I'd say 6.
It is, but that's how they talk about it in the industry.
I need
isn't
to
it?
sort
Super
that
Stardust was out in the first month. That's pretty good.
If I put your head there.
We can't. Don't forget the. We can't. If we're going to talk about the 3 red lights, which was at the start of the life cycle, we've got to talk about the poor launch with the. How much was it? £600.
That seems-
£425.
Yeah.
$600.
Yeah.
$5.99.
Ridiculous.
Said Kaz proudly.
I had one on launch, right? And
Yeah, boy.
I got
Jesus, man.
I got
sword?
Can I borrow some money?
Me
Money
too.
bags.
I was at uni, man. What else was
Yeah.
I gonna spend my
Yeah,
money?
right.
Student loan.
I was the same.
Drugs and beer.
I had Motorstorm,
Yep.
Resistance.
Resistance.
Resistance,
Yeah.
Heavenly Sword.
and Genki.
I don't
Oh
know.
god.
All 3 went back on day 1 while still in the plastic.
Rubber Dub. Super Rubber Dub was out,
They
man.
were awful.
You didn't play any.
Super
Didn't
rubber
play
dubs.
any
Super
of
Rubber
them.
Dub.
I traded them in for a new controller so I could play my PS2 game.
Resistance was. I'll say Resistance was almost certainly a better shooter than Perfect Dark Zero. So,
I've never
I mean,
played any Resistance game. Is
It's
any,
The
like-
first one was
it's
good,
like
and they
picking-
all got a bit drudgy.
Yeah,
It's like picking chlamydia or
Yeah, but we're
gonorrhea.
talking about launches. We're matching, but we're matching STDs at the moment. We're matching launch titles.
How long did Killzone launch after launch?
It's like 2008, I think.
Within 3 years.
Within 3 years, the PlayStation 3 was flying high.
Is
No,
that
the-
flying high though? Killzone 2 or whatever it was.
No, it was,
you
the,
know?
the PS3's.
No.
Killzone's
Massively
always been
overrated.
like touted as like the PS3 shooter.
What about
and
Haze?
never
It's
been.
impressive graphically, but in terms of
was
gameplay,
Haze a PS3
it's
Haze-
pretty
it-
basic.
Haze was an amazing
It
trailer.
wasn't exclusive.
The trailer
Haze
was
was an
amazing.
amazing.
Seems a shame to mention Killzone on either a highlight or low light. It's so middle of the road.
Killzone 2 was
Truly
good.
is.
So nothing.
Killzone 2 was
truly
good. Just a
You
bit
look
above
at it, you go, it
average.
looks good, and it plays not very good.
Somewhat-
And that's
Yeah.
all it was.
Killzone 2's controls really hurt me as well.
No, I
Never
did. They felt
been-
different.
I went from
They
Call
felt
of Duty
different.
to Killzone. I was like, what the fuck's going
What
on?
was the shitty flying combat game that launched?
Warhawk.
Warhawk.
That was really good, actually.
When I said shitty,
No,
I
it
meant
was
really good.
Really
Bad
good.
game.
I played
Happens
a
all the time,
fuckload of
this shit.
Warhawk. It was brilliant. It was like playing Lilac Wars when you could do multiplayer and jump to the ground and back in a tank and up to a plane.
Don't,
Except
don't
you could do
mention
it
it
all
in the
in
same
one.
breath as Lilac.
I just did, mate. I just did.
Don't call it Lilac Wars
Yeah, Nick
either.
was
Sorry,
playing
Star
that
Fox.
just
The way you
yesterday.
What
described it,
country are
mate.
we in? Jesus.
It was Lilac though, right? That's what they were. That was the name of the
Yeah,
ship,
no.
right?
No, it's the name of the system.
Oh.
Still sounds like a bad name. I mean, if you don't know what Lilac is, you know,
It's so close to Lilac.
imagine
isn't
Joe Evo
Yeah.
Public.
FIFA, Kiefer Sutherland.
Imagine Call of Duty on the
Keep
street.
an eye out.
He picks up Lilac Wars and he goes, "This name means nothing to me."
I ain't playing no Lilac Wars.
It's got wars in there. Star Wars, Lilac Wars. It's all there. You know.
It's
Still-
Lilac there.
still
That's
not
a-
good.
That's a
That's probably one of the best games ever.
That's
made.
exactly right.
To me, it was always be Lilac Wars probably because
Yeah.
that's what I had it as.
One of my
And
favourite games as well.
What I was saying is, I think there's a nice mirror effect to Xbox and PS3. Xbox had a much stronger first half, and PS3 had a much stronger second half. Whereas some of Xbox's biggest failing was in the first half. The Red Ring and PS3's biggest failing, the network outage, was the second half.
I can half agree with that. Like, I could say that like PlayStation 3's second half was much stronger.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't think the Xbox 360 really got weak in its.
No, it didn't. No, definitely.
It was more like the PS3 kind
just
of got
caught
up
up,
to
up
got
to
up
snuff,
speed.
and it felt like it got a lot stronger because it jumped on so far. Whereas
Definitely,
Xbox maybe
yeah.
was at a more level play the whole time.
Yeah,
That's a fair point.
I think
really for games, there's so little difference in actual box games, is there, in terms of what's available and which.
Well, the exclusives.
Which, obviously, that's what you call the things which are the difference.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is there's not many of them. You know.
I don't know.
Well,
for PS3,
for 360, there weren't many exclusive towards the tail end of the console's life.
Yeah, sure.
But
like neither console has a lot of exclusives anymore, really.
Not comparatively, but not comparatively to how it used to be, but comparative to each other, PS3 is.
But at the start, a lot of the franchises I enjoyed this generation, like Bioshock, Dead Rising and stuff, it all started for me on 360.
Yeah. So they're only timed, weren't they?
Well, this
but you thought at the time they were exclusive.
This is a point I've got written down here. For the longest time, and I'm sure it still happens. Like, because the PS3's architecture, it was getting poor ports of the games from 360, and they often ran a lot worse, right? I mean,
the architecture was all
and because of Jamie's show,
Jamie's written that down.
He's also confirmed that he's written down architecture.
Excellent. Do you know,
twice.
360s is a positive for 360 architecture.
Yeah.
It's basically PC.
Yeah.
Sure.
And a negative for PS3.
Because they tried to build it differently with stuff.
I was also thinking about that as well. So kudos to me.
Nice.
But you talk about role reversals. I mean, again, I'm not talking about next gen, but you know, PS4 did a preliminary role reverse about making their PS4 solve all the issues they had with the PS3.
Yeah.
But Xbox One created new issues for itself and had to backtrack again.
Yeah, I agree. Sony's 100% better than mine.
Because they
60%. 60%.
This guy.
So they had more challenges to face.
Who did Sony?
in
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
generation,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
therefore they're better
It's like
equipped.
you're talking about his mother
to
or
deal with
something.
them.
Family member.
Oh, I care more than my mother. Sorry, Mum.
Mike goes on the other podcast. He goes, "Yeah, that's right. I was enjoying Titanfall. You know what? I was playing Titanfall on Xbox, and I thought, fuck it. I'm enjoying an Xbox game, but fuck it. Who cares if it's on Xbox? Yes, well done, Mike. That is how you're supposed to feel about
I know. I was like, I'm feeling new things.
Yeah.
Do you know what he said to me the other day?
Go on.
Oh, I played Mass Effect 3 on my Xbox. I'm proud. I'm proud of that.
It literally.
I had the choice. I had the choice to play on PS3.
You must have had
but
like your
I chose.
progress from the earlier Shepard.
I had a crap Shepard on PS3. I could have carried on with him.
Proud.
Wait, what?
Like proud, not just like that's
You didn't.
good.
I had your equivalent of
You didn't.
John, the one that lost. I can't remember. his name.
I didn't know Shepard.
No. I played it Mass
Yeah,
Effect
it's
2 on Xbox 360, and I also played it on PS3. I put a lot more effort into my Xbox.
You skipped
Shepard.
skipped
But I had
one,
finished it
didn't
on. Yeah, I had finished it on PS3, so I could have carried it on because they came out day and date. But I was proud.
It
I
must
stuck
be-
with Xbox.
it
Did
must
you think
be-
to get anyone to like sponsor you for your great struggle?
Yeah, I raised £3,000 for
It must
charity.
be amazing.
Straight on the phone to his mum. Mum, you'd be so proud.
Do you not think it must be amazing every time you play Xbox to feel such self-worth?
Yeah, man.
It's so like,
It's like a
I'm doing a good thing here.
Yeah.
What's
on your
There are
glorified
children who are
walkie-talkie.
like, getting fed because of this.
This is
That's
definitely
really
the only
funny.
point I really wanted to make tonight, and that was, I think, 3 of my favourite games of this generation. I
refuse to
first
believe
played on
that.
Xbox.
You'll talk all the rest.
No, this is my only point I want. This is the only point I want to make. Everything else is fluff. Everything else is like banter. It's all fun.
Why not make them?
I will, because three of my favourite games of all time I played first on Xbox. It was Bioshock because it came out first on Xbox. Didn't come out on PS3 for a long time. Fallout 3 because the PS3 version was terrible.
Yeah.
So I played Fallout 3 on Xbox 360 and that was incredible. And similarly Portal on the Orange Box because again the PS3 port on Orange Box was terrible
Orange
as well.
Box.
So yeah, for Xbox
Orange Box
360
might as well be an exclusive.
It might as well, exactly. The start of the Xbox
Stuart.
360 was brilliant and devastating for a Sony fanboy because we got kicked up and down.
Yeah, no, it's
But
not.
we came back.
Oh my god, it's like you're like
This
a
is like
fucking-
football talkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we won.
No, you didn't do anything.
I did loads.
Stop, Mike.
This
Mike,
is like-
literally,
this is like-
you're fucking up that
Unbelievable.
That's
You,
what-
you insulted Xbox 360 owners and
what
everyone who
Mike-
loves football all at once.
It's,
They're all the same people.
A
So it's all
unique
right.
talent.
This is like
Right, you
football
know.
talkers. Like a man who would not survive long in a pub watching a match. You know, you
I've
have
never
not-
tried. I never will.
Oh, yeah, too many alpha males in their sports, Stuart.
That's it.
when are we going to talk about Morrissey's autobiography.
That was going to be my next question, actually.
Morrissey Game Fire.
Alex Ferguson, Sir Alex Ferguson's got autobiography as well.
Who's a better Metacritic?
Well, like Morrissey's is a Penguin classic. So
Yeah,
that's
amazing.
obviously that's
Straight in there.
And Alex Ferguson's one's about football.
Oh, yeah.
He's a football talker.
Football.
I reckon Moz will have a bit of football in there.
You reckon?
Oh,
Sportsman.
He definitely has a bit about friends in there, so I might have to read it.
This is the
Yeah.
seaside.
Is that Ferguson, yeah?
Spot on. It's
Looking forward to it.
it's been it's apparently the first 70 pages are a modern day classic, and then it just turns into like
He just rips into like
Hey,
Neymar
just,
and
yeah,
Chapter
just
5, who I don't like.
apparently there's an 80-page section of the court case with Mike Joyce that's just an abomination to read.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't want to read
I
that.
don't care. Yeah, but we'll
But at
love
least
it.
he-
As a Morrissey fanboy, I'm going to love every second.
Who's reading the audiobook? Is he reading it? Is it his new album?
If he was.
Just with like sort of plinky plonky
300
guitar in the
songs.
background.
I saw a great like website thing the other day was is this from Morrissey's autobiography
Or Partridge.
Partridge's
Yeah.
autobiography? 13 out of 14.
I got loads of them wrong. I got loads of them wrong.
Loads wrong.
It wasn't fair though. I'd just before then been looking at choice quotes from Morrissey's book articles, and loads of them were from that.
I got so many of them wrong that I clicked out of the window just in case it posted my embarrassing score onto Facebook.
But yeah, sorry, just going back to games for a second.
We haven't even touched
totally-
Fergie's
I
book.
noticed like
Nick's the gaming saviour. tonight.
Shut
This
up.
is brilliant. You
Shut
shut
up.
up.
because you're involved in this, right?
Okay,
I
alright,
noticed that
alright.
Mike keeps bringing up this whole thing about how Xbox 360 started off really
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
but
yeah.
then like by the end, like
It's dead, yeah.
PS3 was like Rocky hitting Drago. It's not like that at all.
Is
Mike.
it not?
It's so good.
Excuse me, which console outsold which console last month for the
Only
first time
Mike
in
has seen Rocky.
37
You'll
months?
love that.
That's his
You're
point.
talking about the US.
If
That's
we-
the
Yeah,
US.
exactly, but there's always outsold it in the
And
rest of the
surely
world.
that's his
so-
point.
But like,
First time in how many months?
33
In the
months
US.
the
Look,
PS3
That's
outsold.
in
it.
the US, though.
So where's your narrative of PS3 dominating across the last
It's
3
now
years then?
dominant the last month.
So for the final month.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
the Perrier, shut
That's
up, right?
Rocky, right?
The Perrier, shut up.
Nick started
Okay.
his point. He should be allowed to at least.
Because like if we're talking just console sales and look at the Wii, yeah, but like if you can look at those in like in an inverted fashion. The amount of console sales the Wii had maybe did them a disservice for the Wii U because so many people bought it, realised it was shit, and then we're not going to buy another one.
Or realise that's
So
all they needed
just,
as well.
Just bringing it back to sales. That's
Yeah.
just what like
I'm just
the numbers people do.
It's
We're
an
talking
indi-
about
it's an
which
indicator.
console is better.
It's an indicator.
An indicator. What? How many people bought it? That's what it's an indicator of.
Yeah,
not
totally.
not
It's a
which
be-
one is
best
better.
indicator.
Not
Nick.
which one is
Really
better.
Not at
Nick, who are these number people? Tell me about them.
Yeah.
Those guys in Wall Street, man.
I think they're in Sesame Street.
Those
City
suits.
Hall.
It's City Hall.
City Hall.
Time to go mobile.
Countula. What's his name?
But yeah,
The
sales.
count.
No, it's just the count, not
Sales
Countula.
have never and will never equal like the best.
Right, but that validates my point. It's only been 1 month PS3's outsold. That's just like the
that's in the US,
spinning
isn't
the
it?
tail of the
Yeah,
donkey.
that's only in
But
the
like,
US.
I am kind of playing devil's advocate a bit because I like the PS3 now, but I still think it doesn't have the breadth of games that for me that I'd like. I'm talking personally for me.
Yeah.
Like
Doesn't have the
what,
breadth
what
of
stands
games.
out for you on the Xbox that PS3 just doesn't have?
Well, like
Cool Jedi.
I quite like my shooters, didn't I? So it had
Sure.
like Gears of War, like your
Yeah.
Halos,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
your Trials. That's not a shooter.
Oh yeah,
but,
fucking Trials is
It's my
possible.
favourite shooter. It's
Like-
has got the
got-
capability to make first-person shooters in
Yeah,
the
it
editor.
does.
Super
Yeah.
Meat Boy,
And
Super
Mike-
Meat Boy on
Mike
thingy,
loves this quote.
Carragher, but these are all
Don't quote it
like,
at me.
You like this?
I'll jump across the table.
You like this
I'll
quote
jump
from,
across the
from my
table.
review, don't you? My Trials review. Delivered on all the failed promises of Little Big Planet that I really just put in to wind you up. And it worked so well.
Did anyone?
That was
post-
my highlight of the
So
last
good.
generation.
Chris's Trials review.
Chris's Trials.
OXCGN.com.
Yeah, that's fair
9
enough.
out of 10.
But
9 out of
you know,
10.
I gave it 9 out of
9.5.
10 brackets. Nothing on any Sony console could ever
if we
hope
put
to
if
be
we
this
put
good.
only in terms of their third-person shooting genre,
third-person shooting.
yeah, the Uncharted
Yeah.
trilogy against the Gears of War
Nothing
trilogy.
beats Gears, man.
No, okay, sorry. I'm only comparing them
Except
because
arguably Uncharted.
I'm only comparing them because they're third-person shooters, not because of their third-person shooting quality. Because
Let's
Gears of War is
do a
better
vote.
third-person shooter.
Let's do a vote.
But which trilogy is
Should we
better
vote?
and progress games further?
Let's do a vote.
Oh,
And he can be the decisive.
neither.
Neither.
Neither
Yeah.
really progress
I
games
agree
at all,
completely
man.
with
I'd agree with Nick.
They're both enjoyable examples of the third-person
I
shooter.
loved Uncharted, but I'd agree it didn't really push any
Yeah.
genres
Not
forward.
at all.
Really.
It didn't create any kind of more cinematic. It didn't
It's very
inspire
good for that,
loads
man.
of games.
No, not really.
What?
Not one.
Didn't
Not even the Last
inspire
of
those
Us.
games.
Not even the Last of Us.
I mean, like.
No.
No, interesting,
Last of
cool.
Us is
It's not as good as
massively
him.
different than
Infinite, is
Uncharted.
It's following it.
Well, what's better? Let's be crude for a second. Let's pretend that we're not really intelligent.
Yeah, let's be
What's
dumbasses.
better? Hands up for Gears of War.
Guess it was better.
Chainsaw in the nuts. Oh,
It's just more visceral, like
That's it.
on
No, I'll
a
give you
basic
That's
level.
what I always say, man. It's a visceral fucking game.
I've
You know,
not
everything
played-
about it.
That is a
Including attack
minority
controls.
vote there.
I've not
so
played
far,
Uncharted multiplayer, but I guarantee Gears of War
Yeah.
multiplayer is
Well, I-
much better.
In certain ways, but Uncharted 3 did a lot that Gears of War's multiplayer didn't do.
I just don't like.
less fun things.
Climbing
less-
up walls.
Like more depth, literally in terms of the
Prettier
what you can actually do, and in
protagonists,
terms of how you can actually play.
Please
Right,
don't,
let's
because
fun.
he'll.
See, like you've made a fool of yourself there, Mike.
Okay, hit
because
me.
like one of the key
Two
points about
glaring
Gears
errors
of War
there, Mike.
multiplayer is that the levels they don't have a lot of elevation in
Yeah.
them, man. It's like quite flat levels.
Who's
Like,
done that since they were 12? Who's done that since they
pretty
were
small
12?
symmetric maps, right?
Yeah.
The last Gears of War went in all this kind of like multi-leveled,
Yeah.
lots of like verticality or whatever you
Sure.
want to call
How
it.
did you get to those?
And it was awful.
So you're saying Gears of War 3's multiplayer got worse, but Uncharted's got better. I see your point. Nice.
Yeah, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Well, I don't know about Uncharted's getting better.
It did get a lot better.
Maybe it just kind of like
yeah.
stagnated after the first.
No,
one.
it fucking lost it, man.
But
Uncharted
Gears
3's
of War
multiplayer
multiplayer
was-
has got worse in the last game.
Could you put your main character in a little top hat?
Uncharted 3 is not
Could
as
you?
good as 2, though, is it?
Well, multiplayer.
No, not in terms
No,
of.
I'm not
like,
talking about-
a whole package.
I don't play. Sorry, we're talking about multiplayer again. Oh, I don't play.
Why the fuck are you playing
yeah.
multiplayer?
For some
Because
reason-
it was really
sorry, guys.
fucking
I
good.
don't. Sorry, I don't have any. I can't.
For some reason, though,
I can't relate to.
in a Gears versus Uncharted argument, Mike's tried to bring multiplayer into it.
I don't know
No,
why.
Gearing board. No,
If you're going to talk about them,
Insane.
you
No,
should
but
only stick
Uncharted's
single
multiplayer
player.
was really good.
You shouldn't at all.
Yeah,
It's
whole
No, if
package.
you wanna win
Whole
it-
package.
No, but if you're talking about
I'm
Gears,
saying if Mike wants to win it as an Uncharted fan,
Oh,
he
right.
shouldn't be bringing
I
multiplayer.
won it when I started it.
because if we're talking about
I'll
Gears
talk
is
to you,
about
Mike.
multiplayer, Uncharted's about single player, isn't it? Really?
That's it,
Well,
man, that's the
Uncharted, but
Yeah.
you just admit Uncharted's okay, admittedly better single player then, but you're saying Gears of War's multiplayer got better across games, whereas Uncharted
It was just
improved.
great from the off, man, and it was
Sure.
great for
But
1,
it got
2,
a little
and
bit
3,
worse from the
and
sounds
then
of it.
and then it got terrible on the last one. But it was
Terrible.
all down
Uncharted's
to
got
terrible,
better.
really?
terrible, mate, terrible.
Terrible, is it?
Terrible.
Don't undermine yourself.
Well,
Yeah.
like it's always good fun
That's
shotgunning
7.5.
people.
So
you know.
Uncharted's single player was better than Gears of War, we agreed that, and Uncharted's multiplayer got better.
But
than Gears of War
nobody
as well.
cares about Uncharted.
Except the millions, thousands of people who play it.
The million thousands.
Yeah, the millions of thousands.
How many zeros is that? All the other zeros.
Some people got excited about Metal Gear Solid multiplayer.
That wasn't
Really?
Uncharted's multiplayer. I'm telling you because you haven't played it. It's really.
I
fucking
have played
good.
it. What? How do you know I haven't played it?
Because I know you haven't.
I did say about a minute ago I haven't played it.
Exactly.
So you should know for certain I haven't played it.
Oh, exactly. So I know you haven't played it.
I just don't
You play your
understand-
mind tricks on me.
I don't understand.
Because it's
like,
all
any
Gears. It's all
point-
Gears has got is as multiplayer.
All of Gears, you played entire
Horde-
Gears games in
Horde
like
mode, mate.
4 player.
yeah. Survivor on Modern Warfare.
Uncharted
Yeah, but
multiplayer
defined
was
Horde mode, though,
co-op
really.
multiplayer was awful. We
I
liked it because it was Uncharted. but-
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah.
Three.
I just always had a problem with the way Gears controls.
Yep.
You know, I don't like. It's tough to explain. You know,
It's-
right? And
it's
I'm
'cause it's-
being very, very objective here. It felt stiff.
Yeah.
To begin with, I think
It had that-
it takes a little while to get into it, and then you're.
Whereas when I
around.
play Uncharted, it feels almost like liquid gaming.
Yeah.
Very, very
Yeah,
smooth.
yeah,
Whereas
yeah,
whereas
yeah,
Gears
yeah,
Gears
yeah,
is
yeah,
quite
yeah, yeah.
Gears is
You're a
quite
block.
Gears is quite staccato. And don't get me wrong, I understand how fun Gears is multiplayer. I haven't played a lot of it, but every time I did play it, I had a good time. But you know what I mean? Because I'm predominantly single player, the look, the characters, the dialogue, the story, all of that in Gears. But Mike, you know that I've got a problem with Naughty Dog storytelling.
Sure. Yeah.
It's a bit like
Simplistic.
the way, no, not that. It's just the dialogue's a bit smug, like an episode of Buffy.
What about
The
how?
I
vampire-
love Buffy.
Yeah, but people don't talk like that in real life, do they? Joss Whedon. Oh, so yeah, blah blah blah. Oh, you mean it?
You mean everyone does the perfect comeback at every.
Yeah,
no one
it's
talks like that.
absolutely-
It's just
I thought that's how I talk in emails.
It's exactly
it's
Uncharted.
go back and watch Buffy. The way they
I
talk,
watch it back and forth every year. Yeah, I'm
the way they
watching it right
talk
now, yeah.
is so infuriating.
I know, I love it.
It's like
You
it's-
watch Buffy a lot.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Makes sense.
Joss
Yeah.
Whedon is such. I mean, God bless him. I love the Avengers. I love Firefly. God bless him though. He is as nerdy as they come.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like
Fucking
that's
hell, yeah.
how a nerd.
Who are
thinks.
we talking to here, though?
Listen, that's how a nerd thinks.
Real cool people.
Cool
speak.
people
Yeah,
talk,
yeah, of course, yeah.
and it's too.
No, it's how he
cool.
wants
It's
them to
too
speak.
cool
Right,
for school.
Enough of this nerd shit, man. We're talking about games, okay?
Okay.
And like,
I love
I
it.
appreciate all the points that are made about Gears being quite staccato and quite kind of like maybe cumbersome even. But like,
That's a good word for it. Yeah.
but like Gears, like it's got very clearly defined rules. You know, it's like you know exactly where you're going to go because of that cumbersomeness.
Tight.
Yeah, it's tight.
Yeah,
Restrictions make
Everything
it.
I agree
feels
with that.
like one of the things about
Oh,
Gears
tight, yeah,
is everything
definitely,
feels
yeah.
solid,
Mm.
chunky,
I'd say-
weighty,
Yeah.
and like when you shoot
Give you that.
someone and they blow up into pieces,
Shooting
you feel like
being-
You know when you got it
jigged
right in
someone, man.
Gears.
Yeah.
You feel it
Shooting being
straight
such an
away.
important part of these games.
Yeah.
I think Gears gets a lot better than Uncharted.
Oh, yeah.
Uncharted shooting's always been something off.
But its
about it.
focus wasn't on shooting necessarily.
But it's you do a lot of it.
I agree. Yeah, it's good.
A hell of a lot.
It's a fair point.
And as non-test.
But then they put a story in Gears of War and it wasn't as good. It's in there. They put shooting in Uncharted and it's not as good. They have to put things to complement.
Thing is, though,
I like the
disparaging why you're talking about that. Just
you've got to put
shoveling
bad
the
shit
story
in your
somewhere.
games.
No, Gears of War they shoved in the story. Uncharted they shoved in some shooting.
You've got no choice.
We've
It's
fallen
the same kind of.
We've fallen in here to a 20-minute argument about games that.
But this is what
Well,
we
I think
want.
I think it sums up the 360 and the PS3 and what people love about both consoles, and in that there's great things to love about both of them. But they both do different things.
Can't we all just get along?
Fuck you,
I
Rathbone.
like that my PS3 plays Blu-rays.
Yeah.
I'm less care about that now, but that's why I like it. Yeah.
I love their Skype
You
player
liked,
on the Xbox 360. Yeah.
You like that Demon Souls,
didn't you?
Oh, that Demon Souls. Oh, that Demon Souls. Rathbone, Demon Souls, eh?
Oh yeah.
It's on his list.
I've got that written down.
It's the whole point for PS3 quality.
Demon Souls and Dark Souls.
Jamie and I are playing bingo with our notes.
There would be no Dark Souls.
We both just ticked off Blu-ray.
I prefer Dark Souls.
I got Demon Souls as well
I
on
would
my
go
own.
Demon Souls.
I think
Dark
I would
Souls is much
for
better.
Impact.
I mean, I never quite.
Dark
finished
Souls is more polished and stuff, but I think I still lean more towards
The
Demon Souls.
open world is
Because
just like
I went back to
so
Dark
well
Souls
designed.
after about 6 months or 9 months of not playing it, and I was just baffled. I had no idea where I was. I had no idea what was going on.
That's a given though with those.
That happens
Yeah,
with
but
games though.
with
If you come back,
with Demon Souls though, at least you're in a fucking hub and you can.
I
just,
guess.
Oh,
Not
5-1.
Peggle,
I'm going to 5-1.
If we're
or
judging the
5-2.
games on like how easy they are to drop out and back in, then Demon Souls
bring
wins.
your chair. Bring
But
your
that's
chair.
because
in.
Demon Souls had their very segmented old school level base.
Yeah.
Dark
Exactly.
Souls just flowed.
Yeah.
through.
Dark Souls is more of a commitment, isn't it? That you didn't commit to. And,
I committed to
and
it
then you
pretty
paid
hard.
the, and then you paid
just
the
like
price.
I wandered off. I wandered off maybe 80%.
The level
of way
design
through
is
my
so
career.
good though. The whole world, like the
Everything
way it
was-
all
Everything
interlinks.
all
links
links
back
and then
and
the
shortcuts and
shortcuts.
everything.
So
Yeah,
Mac,
so
do you like
it is
Demon
very
Souls
good.
because it was the first one? It was what you played in Dark Souls was very similar. It just made it probably a bit not easier. It played more accessible. I know I enjoyed Dark Souls more because it was a bit more forgiving. Just a little bit. It was enough that got me.
Was it?
Just in that it had save point. Yeah, it had save points more evenly spaced out.
Did you have a better walkthrough for Dark Souls?
No, I didn't use a walkthrough. I didn't use a walkthrough with Dark Souls. I didn't use a walkthrough with Dark
He's
Souls.
done you there,
So
mate.
there you
He's
go.
done you.
Didn't use one.
There's
That's
no way
proved.
out. There's no
Proved.
way out.
Didn't use one.
But for going back to that, there is legitimate use for a bit of a walkthrough. For
Demon Souls, probably not for
some-
using
you know
it step by step.
I don't-
Some things.
I wouldn't
like
use a
weapons and
walkthrough, but
Like
the
weapons or...
the good thing about Demon Souls and Dark Souls is like the community around those
Yeah.
games and sharing
Yeah,
information
exactly.
with your
Because you're
friends.
told very little, and it's all about trying to explore it
Yeah,
and
so
figure out
cool.
yourself.
Everything's so like obfuscated.
Yeah.
And like,
Good word.
So,
That's
yeah.
what I loved about it.
and yeah.
That's a Dark Souls fan.
So Mac, you still think Demon Souls 2 is going to come out and it's going to be exclusive to PlayStation console?
I didn't say that.
I think did you not? I
No,
can't
I
remember.
said Sony owns the Demon Souls.
Demon Souls,
IP,
right? Okay.
But, that's
But then for sequel, they
But
sure
it'd
they
be
own
great
it
if they
exclusively.
did a second
But
one.
how? As my thing, I was thinking, why would you have Demon Souls 2 and Dark Souls 2? They
No,
do the
you
exact
don't
same
need
game.
it.
No, exactly. Yeah.
No, one's about demons.
Speaking of positives, I mean, like the DVD player with the PS2, the Blu-ray player was a very big reason for me wanting to get a PS3 because I love my Blu-rays.
Yeah.
Absolutely love them.
Especially when they gave Casino Royale for free to a lot of people who got a.
Well, the early adopters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
amazing.
And Mac didn't like the film. He didn't watch it, but he didn't like it.
Not like Bond films.
And he
so-
passed
Well,
it
that's
straight
fair
on to me.
enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's
sort of
fair enough.
blanket.
They're all the same.
I don't like Bond films. I don't like racing games.
It's like
Yeah.
fantasy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think though, more important than what physical media they can play is
No.
which services they allow you to
Buffy
stream,
either.
which TV and video services they allowed you to stream,
Yeah,
and
but-
when. So the fact that say for ages you could get, I can't even remember which specifics.
Love film.
Sky.
Yeah,
Sky
exactly.
was on Xbox, but you got 4OD,
Something
5OD,
goes wrong.
3OD, 2OD, 1OD.
all the ODs.
All the ODs, they were all on PS3
It's not
first.
it's not the massive thing though that you have to be a gold member to use
Absolutely.
any of it. So
Yeah.
like, I
Who
pay.
isn't though?
If I pay, I'm me.
I'm not.
I pay for a love.
loads of these. Hi, I'm over here now.
Shit, this is weird. He's on a different mic. He's on a different mic.
Loads of these 360 haters, Steve,
It's like us.
Mike, and Mac. They've all just. I looked at Rathbone.
Am I
now and I said,
surrounded?
man, they've all not renewed their gold.
I'm
That's
probably
my problem.
ludicrous, mate.
I dropped off
But
gold
like-
for quite a while as
yeah.
well.
And I
A
was
good
paying my
6 to 8
£5 a
months.
month.
And
But
Game of
like-
Thrones stopped, so I didn't need to get Sky on there. So that was
Yeah,
good.
you pay for Netflix as well, and then you have to.
To
you
pay
have
for
to.
Netflix.
It's a bit
Like, I had to-
mental.
Fortunately, I have
Ridiculous.
about 100 free 2-day or 4-day tokens.
Where
that
do you
I've
get
never
all
used.
those from? Why do you
Any
have so many
Xbox
of
games
them?
from the.
My point
Really?
being though, my point holds that
You don't own 100 games though.
those
Alright.
services are more important than
Exaggerate.
what disc you can put in and play off it.
Well, now, but I mean, we're talking about the
It's happening
start.
for 2. But we're not
future.
talking about
No,
we're talking
we're
about
We
everything.
have been. When we talk, yeah, everything
moving
back
Trying
and
to
forth.
push it forward.
Well, this is what I'm talking about. Again, this
Yeah.
whole like cyclical cool thing. Again, at the start, PS3 was winning, so it had Blu-ray for your
PS3
media,
had
but now
BBC first as well.
exactly. But
didn't
now
it?
Xbox has a bit more to it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but you do have to pay to watch YouTube.
You have to pay for everything on
Do you?
360.
But like, who watches YouTube on their Xbox anyway?
Yeah,
For fuck's
Well, they've
sake?
got a whole YouTube
Retail
app and a
watch,
whole
yeah.
YouTube.
I
nonsense.
once-
For me, it's Netflix or 4OD are the only things that really get watched.
Yeah,
Like
it's that
on-
Marvel Agents of Shield.
Like,
Yeah.
on TV got watched a bit. I saw an advert the other day. Is it
It's
bullshit?
no good.
It's
no-
not. It's
no
not good. It's
It's
no.
no good.
It's
No
awful.
good.
It's
It's no good.
terrible.
It's shit.
Genuinely
no good.
terrible.
Did you watch
Yeah.
The Shield?
Excellent.
On the subject of gold membership, surely a plus for the 360 was excellent online service.
Excellent.
Oh, yes.
As soon as Party Chat came in, because it wasn't at launch, man.
Was it not?
No.
Oh, I wasn't.
Oh,
I wasn't
Yeah.
online for
It was a good few years, man.
It was
As
2
soon
years.
as Party Chat came in, because like
Exactly.
before that, everyone was playing a game and goes, right, okay, everyone, we're going to play like Call of Duty now, and everyone has to leave the game and then get back to Call of Duty,
too
and then
good.
getting back to the game.
Text
and
each other.
touchline.
Oh, someone's lost connection. Yeah.
Now Party Chat, man, you all
Yeah.
stay together, and PSN still doesn't have.
Yeah,
that.
Nick, if you can,
Yeah, PS Vita has it.
if you can imagine that archaic experience just continuing endlessly through the PS3's
Yeah.
life cycle,
Yeah.
and also having people like Mac and Mike just making excuses.
It's
for it.
such a game changer though. It makes things.
There is no excuse.
It all
The only
contributes-
excuse
Party
that
chat.
It all contributes
Mac-
to
Mac's
excellent
like-
I
paid
never made an
service.
excuse for it.
No.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't.
Mac, you're like, I've got Skype on my phone. Can we just do Skype?
Well, yeah, like
The only excuse I say is we can use our Vitas because that's pretty
I've got
generous.
PS3 friends who use
No, I agree.
who use Skype as their chat thing. You know, like they're playing GTA at the moment,
Yeah, on
and
PC.
they'll all just like rig up Skype, man, and chat over Skype rather than.
It's no. I
Sure,
mean,
that's fine though, but that's because you've already got the framework of party to be able to move around in
Yeah.
a game, isn't it? You know,
undeniably, it's incredible, and it was.
on PC, fine.
The only thing I'd ever say was that it's just Party Chat on there, did he?
Add it on there, yeah.
Yeah,
Crossed
nice.
off. Bingo. I've got it in the
Bingo,
negatives for
negatives,
PS3 and the
yeah.
positives for
Yeah.
360.
You're gonna
Yeah.
go home, you're gonna go home a very rich man. Just
I'm
Two
going to win,
consoles
I
in
think.
You've got a nice little risk reward chart there, haven't you? You've got
Like we have laid that out.
four
I think-
quadrants. Excellent.
I think Stu was the first person, and Dallimore, that
Yep.
I found out about
Yeah.
that did the
Demon
using
Souls
their
game, wasn't it?
Xbox
It was Demon Souls, right?
live chat to play Demon
PSN
Souls. Yeah,
games,
you were
yeah.
talking whilst playing PlayStation games.
It was difficult though.
You were, yeah, well,
We had to like
there's
make
a
sure we were.
dammer on the
And you got to keep
broadband.
touching the joystick because the control doesn't power off.
It was tricky, man. It was
Yeah.
tricky to try and make that work.
You were
And we failed. We made it work
Set.
once. And about
I was
like a
impressed,
day of
though.
play.
No, but
We did it,
no.
We
Once you
played
told me
Worms
that,
using it.
I did it a lot of times,
Yeah.
and it's really, really good.
Yeah.
It works a lot better
It's
than
brilliant.
using the.
You just need a
service.
gold account to do it. That was
No,
only
it's that we
worrying
couldn't
recently.
actually get in the game. That was
Oh, yeah.
that was the problem.
But the
for us.
party chat was working absolutely fine.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
Xbox was
the
working
external
right.
party chat.
You
Yeah.
hit each other.
I mean, the only excuse I'd ever make is not an excuse so much just for me personally, the way I play games. I can probably count about 20 times that I'd have needed voice chat in the party chat in the last 7 years. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but need.
That's
but
just me,
it's
that's just
always,
me.
It would
No,
always be
no,
good.
but
When
you're
the
thinking about.
You're not playing any like
Whenever
competitive like
no,
shooters,
what I'm
not
saying
playing
is if we
deathmatch, anything
play
like
when we play it online and stuff. I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a hassle before you get in, but once you're in, it worked fine. Apart from some games.
No, loading,
It's a lot better.
loading screens,
Yeah.
dropping out, all of that shit.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
Mike, it's not good. It did
No,
not
it's not
work
good. I'm
well.
not saying it's not, but I'm just saying it's not.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have put it on Rathbone's list as like the one point.
That's
I
because
think
it's the
that's
absolute
because you've got
point.
a very skewed way of looking
Man,
at the
no,
world.
I'd put so much else on. You're
would.
diminishing. I'd say a lot of other things. That was one that was it was a
Many
problem, but it was. It's not for me. Only for me personally. I
And I
understand
know-
that you guys played loads
and-
of fucking.
And
big
I've heard
old
this
tent-
before from every other.
I never played a
PlayStation
game with more
fanboy.
than 4 people.
The thing is,
on
no,
it.
it doesn't matter about how many people, even if it's just me and you playing.
It's all about
And-
convenience,
and,
isn't it?
And we want to
Oh,
change
it's
game,
awesome, yeah.
and we drop out to like the crossbar menu, whatever.
be honest-
We can still chat
Yeah.
at the
Nick,
crossbar
Nick,
menu.
if you're playing with me, you having a break from me is probably a good thing. I'll give you that. Okay.
What about someone who's like better than Mike?
He's charming, isn't
Someone
he?
who's nicer than Mike.
But yeah,
There
like,
aren't many.
it's not about having loads
What about
of people
anybody else in
and
this room?
being able to
That one.
communicate with loads of people. It's just about when you're changing games or going back to the front end of the console.
Yeah. No,
and
to be
still being
fair,
able to chat.
when we were playing GTA Online, it was probably the most frustrated I've been recently. When me and Chris had to drop out of playing tennis because I was worried that these guys had finished playing tennis and I didn't know, so we dropped out and they carried on playing another hour's worth of tennis.
GTA Online is like everything about the online is so questionably
Ramshackle.
designed.
You need to be in
that
contact.
if you
yeah.
weren't in party all the time,
Yeah,
it
I
would
agree.
be a nightmare.
It is annoying, so yeah, definitely. But that's at the end of this nonsense. It's all about to go away, so I can be like, fuck it, whatever. PS4,
But
PS4
except the part
was
where we're
what,
looking
8
back
people?
on them, right?
Yeah.
Except that
But it
part.
still
Yeah.
highlights that flaw.
8, you
though.
say?
Has PS4 got
Apparently,
party
yeah.
chat?
It does.
Yeah,
It's been
eight
confirmed
persons.
already.
I don't know if that's a lot.
What's Xbox? Is
6 or
It's
7 or
7.
something.
It's either 7 or
Limitless. The sky's the limit
'Cause
on
we've done-
Xbox.
when we've done those F1 games.
Such a
we've
better
done,
tagline than anything comes.
It-
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
sure
yeah,
it's
I'll
8.
say that.
I'm pretty sure it's 8.
It really makes.
sounded like a lot.
I just probably need to clarify that I'm not an Xbox fanboy, but when I talk to Mac and Mike,
Brings out, yeah.
I have, yeah.
Same.
It really makes, you have to play devil's advocate because of the ludicrous things they come out
You
with.
have to balance that.
So you want to talk about Xbox's premium online service? You did have to pay for it.
Sure.
And the other side of that coin is that PS3 was very much free.
But you
to
pay
play
for it
online.
across a year, and you're paying £3 a month. £3 a month for something which is infinitely better than what you're getting for free.
But I'd say,
yeah, but you can still do it, can't you?
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if you didn't have a 360. Sorry, Steve. Imagine if you don't have a 360.
Wait. Oh. Go on.
And you know,
I smiled a little bit.
and that's all you know. You know, you're a bit of a Medal of Connor.
Yeah.
And that's all you know.
Sure.
Or a Neville of Honor, or a Neville of Connor.
No, too much. You're
What?
losing.
I ruined it, didn't I?
Yeah.
A Michael of Paul.
You know, it's going to work, isn't it? Like Mike said, it does
So,
work.
yeah,
You know, a few text messages here and there, blah blah blah. Not the most ideal thing in the
ideal,
world,
is it?
but free, right?
Yeah. Free is yeah.
But would you rather have clumsy £3, clumsy and free, and you know it involves you using your
You look
PC?
at it as like-
But you say that a lot of people
phone or
do. A lot of
something.
people.
Because it's £3.
It
£3.
depends where you are, though.
Spend on a sandwich
It's
tomorrow.
It's not £3.
Look at it, it's £40 you spend up
Oh,
front.
you can get it for £35 across the year.
It's not
if you
£3
wanna
a
buy
month
it.
now, is it?
Right. Exactly. But
I'm
the
sure
thing,
it's £40 across the year, isn't it?
You can get it for like 25 on eBay, man.
Yeah.
People sell cards.
Yeah, exactly.
But
It's-
like,
it's- I mean, I don't.
but
I've
that's still-
paid
Saying that
£4.99
PSN's
it.
free is like a false economy, man. It's like when you go out and buy loads of cheap batteries and they all fucking die straight away.
True. The batteries are
You may as well spend
oh,
money.
you don't bring up batteries for the Xbox. You don't
spend
want
a
to bring
bit
up
of money.
batteries,
Oh
mate.
snap! Yeah.
Oh,
Spend a
shit.
bit of money, you get some nice
No,
Energizer
that's lame as
batteries
well.
and enjoy your Game Gear.
Which I'm sure
all
you bought
Christmas.
Or your Xbox 360 controller for 1.5 minutes.
Surely-
Well, you have a wireless. You have you
I don't.
You have
I don't.
You have the battery pack and you have the charger.
No, I
So
don't.
you can use the charger if you want to.
No,
You
it's
can
that's,
have
again.
the
That I equate that more to like
Admittedly, I
pie chat.
like the
Doesn't
PS3
doesn't
pack
Xbox
in
One
terms
also
of
use
the
batteries
charge.
for
It
its
does.
controller?
It's so funny.
Does it?
Does it really?
So
I hate
funny.
I didn't know that.
I
Didn't
fucking
know that.
hate
Funny.
wireless
It
controllers,
actually
man.
does.
I hate wireless
You
controllers.
hate wireless controllers?
Yeah, man. I hate
Okay,
them.
wait, because this is awesome. Wait, no, this is awesome
SCTV.
because the best thing about this generation was HD and wireless controllers. Nick Deering, why do you hate HD and wireless
I don't
controllers?
like
Wireless
starters,
controllers are bandit.
I do
Fighting
not hate
tournaments.
HD. I've always wanted HD TV. I used to play a lot of music games, and like frame delay and lag was an issue.
Yeah.
So I decided to hold off until that was sorted. And then 3D TV started getting talked about. So I was
Sure.
like, right, I'm going to hold off a bit longer.
Oh, I see. Okay,
And I've
yeah.
always been holding off
Yeah.
until this point. Anyway, I'm going to get
4K now.
HDTV.
Can't wait to see
4K, yeah,
TV.
4K.
Wireless
Mate.
controllers.
Why-
Wireless controllers, man. They're fucking bullshit, man.
Oh my
Like,
god,
why?
did you
Yeah,
ever own
brilliant.
4 buzz controllers for your
because
PS2?
like batteries run out, man. You're there playing, your batteries run out.
No
Like,
batteries.
But that's the
needed
thing
for
about the
PS3.
PlayStation 3.
You can plug a
The
USB
charge
in
runs
there.
out. The charge runs out.
Not often.
You got a
And
cable.
you
You
just
got a cable
charge
as
it.
well.
Yeah.
You know what?
But
With
you've
a
got
wide
a charge
controller,
cable, though.
it never runs
Yeah,
out.
but you can do both.
If you've got a wireless,
Never runs
if you've
out.
got a wireless
Nick, this is poor though, man.
This is so good.
With a wireless controller, if
not
my
good.
if my pet runs across the room, there's no chance he's going to take my console off the shelf.
My
and
dog
crash into
killed
the
my
ground.
PS2 twice.
I went round I went to school with a boy called Jack Roberts. I went round his house for Dreamcast launch night with another guy called Alex Trepass. Okay, and on that night, the Dreamcast,
Name drops.
thanks
Why don't I know that name? Was he?
thanks to wired controllers, the Dreamcast was yanked off where he had it twice that night, and we fucked 2 of his games. They were completely
Did you say-
destroyed.
Do you know what though, man? We live in London. We don't have time for or space for pets or
Yeah.
other people.
That's a YouTube. Good point. That's a good.
We've got
Nick doesn't need any input lag.
Wireless controllers, as my associate, and learned friend, pointed out, you have input lag. You
I
can't
love
be
you,
dealing
Mike.
with that.
Thanks.
Yeah, but an
Have
issue,
you ever,
an issue only on competitive beat 'em up.
When you're like analysing frame data,
Yeah.
shit
When it
gets
comes down
pretty
to
real,
when
mate.
I'm
you're
sure that's
playing
Rathbone's
digital
excuse
camera,
for losing to me.
Oh, I had an extra frame.
So you
rate
analyse
recovery.
frame data, but you won't
No.
get HD TV.
Nick, I beat you at Street Fighter with a wireless pad before.
Did you?
What do you have to say
Probably
about
did
that?
on the PS3, probably, yeah. On the PS3.
You probably had a wireless pad as well, though, did you not?
I had a PS3.
No, he would have bought his stick. He would have bought his stick round.
I didn't bring my stick round, man. It was PS3. I got no muscle memory on that controller, It's not like built in.
It's true. I'll give you that. A point Nick was bringing up
A win
earlier-
is a win.
A win is a win.
Yeah.
Nick was bringing up earlier, which this generation, but across both platforms, is nothing like agnostic to either. Rebirthed so many different genres. Like fighting was one you mentioned, but fighting 2D platformers.
That whole 2D platformer seems tied to me with the whole indie thing
Exactly,
in
yeah.
the second half
Yeah,
of the generation.
absolutely.
You know, like so many good
A great thing as
platformer titles like 1001 Spikes,
Oh, so good.
Fez, Braid,
Mark of the
Meat
Ninja.
Boy, Mark of the Ninja.
Guacamelee.
Yeah, they're all kind of like small
V.
team projects that take it back to like a established,
Yeah.
well-known genre. Like
I know what
that.
you're saying. It's the best one,
So
Steve.
good. Oh, you think it's the best one? Let's have a 2D off.
PC.
I
It's on Vita soon.
was going to make notes, but then I was tempted to just write Braid in big letters in the middle of a piece of paper.
Fantastic, but
came to PS3
if
and
Braid
PC.
could suck its own dick, it would.
Yeah,
it does.
But it would suck its own dick.
Did you not get to World 9?
No, I don't even
name one thing that could do that and it isn't great. You know?
Yeah.
That's what's great about it.
Prince.
Anything that's wanky like that.
Well, I like
Prince,
Bioshock
yeah, exactly.
Infinite. And Bioshock Infinite is definitely not
Citizen
only...
Kane.
Bioshock Infinite is not only sucking itself off, but it's got that finger around the back and up the arse. Well, what you want to talk about indie games like Xbox Live? Yeah, it was great, but if you look at films like Indie Game the Movie, you'll see how poorly Microsoft treated those indie devs because because they couldn't self-publish.
Do you know what's worse like though?
I'd have to watch it again, man. I mean, like, there's a lot of people who think Phil Fish is a bit of a dick, aren't they? And like, I've seen the film, but
leave Phil Fish out of it for a second. But the same with Meat Boy.
Well, you mentioned Microsoft,
Meat Boy was
and like the whole like kind of Microsoft gripe was with Phil Fish, wasn't it? On like, the whole updates.
Not particularly. It's the amount of money that they charge these indie devs to patch their games.
Sorry,
But Sony still charged. What is a Phil Fish?
What or who is a Phil Fish?
He was the
guy who made Fez.
Creator of Fez.
The worst thing about Phil Fish, I think it's not how Microsoft treated him, but I don't like the guy, but I have sympathy for him with how the public treated him.
Yeah.
Because
I've got no beef with Phil Fish whatsoever.
I've got a lot of fish with Phil Fish.
Having said that, I don't know everything he said, but
he was always outspoken.
Every time I've seen him, he hasn't irritated me. I don't really understand all the hate.
I think it's just that he was.
He's just a maverick, isn't he?
He was a loudspoken person on Twitter, and everyone on Twitter is very loud. So he tried to shout louder. So someone shouted louder than him until eventually he got bored of people just shouting down.
Have you been to a Twitter conference recently?
No.
He had himself as Andy Kaufman as his picture.
He put
to tell you everything you need to know about him.
Well, for the 2D,
just like his attitudes.
The 2D platforms
modelled
are
himself
amazing.
after Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, not the same.
It's late to the game.
You need to take a pile driver before you can be good as Andy Kaufman.
Right, yeah, sorry, but I just need to clarify. Like, I've got no beef with Phil Fish. I've seen the film Indie Game the movie.
Food stuff.
And like, I need to watch it again.
He swims in a pool in it.
But like, I mean, because
I can kind of see both sides of the argument, you know.
But the Meat Boy guys, they could have been treated a lot better because they weren't allowed to self-publish. And now look on the PS4 and Xbox One, right? You can self-publish.
They've kind of said they're going to, but still not really have. They don't have any titles to back that up yet.
So it's like
broken seal, massive.
Yeah.
That's why Steam is the way forward, everyone.
Most
Abandon your consoles. Embrace.
Well, no, but I mean.
The Steam box.
Yeah,
exactly.
Revolution. I mean, Steam and PC is clearly far ahead, but that's what PS4 is aiming for. They want to be Steam and
they can only
Xbox.
dream.
They can only dream, but they can be both.
I think Sony should let you install
ongoing
Steam OS on the PS4.
Well, Portal 2 came
with
close. Portal 2 start. I'm so disappointed.
They've got like past history of.
That might be one of my biggest disappointments of this generation. Is how close PS3 and Steam came to becoming integrated, and then didn't do anything past Portal.
They let you install Linux.
You even get your Steam. You get Steam achievements from the trophies, don't you?
Yes, so
it's weird. I don't know why it would do that.
Yeah. That's a complete one-off.
Yeah, complete one-off.
For some reason,
but clearly very possible.
Valve were pushing it, but then they never released any.
And you could play PC
to PS3 was. I mean, I played that Portal 2 co-op with Sonny Modi. I never enjoyed Sonny's company more.
Was it?
I could, yeah. I could talk across my PS3 headset to him playing on his PC.
But he didn't talk back to you.
That's excellent.
He didn't have a headset.
No, he did talk back to me. Yeah, it was.
360 did that first with Shadowrun.
Yes.
I love that game.
Another one-off.
360 wins.
360 did it first.
Maybe I don't know if that was a problem that even that far back. Maybe Sony mentioned, oh, by the way, in a few years you'll have to pay to go online with PS4, and Valve went, we're out.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean that would be the issue, wouldn't it? The Valve players never, but then they don't have to. They play with PS4 players who aren't Steam owners. Yeah, that is such a shame that didn't go further. But to be honest, Valve haven't really released a console title.
Valve just want to be by themselves. Valve are now they're trying to completely separate themselves from Microsoft with Linux and their own controller.
They're a platform.
Yeah, exactly. So they wouldn't want to be tied to Sony either, I don't think. But
the controller's the big thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Achievements. were definitely a big thing this generation, and something I'm a huge fan of.
Smooth segue.
Achievements.
Maybe we should go to Mac on this one.
Yeah, Mac.
He's our main man when it comes to this shit.
Mac's the only person who's got the most achievements. Not most.
I've probably got the most achievements on his table, don't I?
You got the second most trophies. Second most trophies and most achievements. That makes it pretty
most achievements.
The most Wii badges as well.
Probably, yeah.
And Wii U stamps.
The biggest EP.
I know exactly.
I
know exactly how many Xbox points I've got. I know not exactly, but I know roughly how much Xbox achievement points I've got.
I know how many trophies you've got.
But I've got no idea.
You've got no trophies.
Of trophies, sorry.
You've got no trophies.
Some.
Stuart, come
on.
I've got some.
Bring a chair in closer.
Last I looked, you had like 300 something.
How many is that?
That's quite a lot.
But Steve, is that simply because of the fact that one thing Xbox does? Oh shit, am I getting this wrong? It tells you in the top corner you built up how many points you've got.
Yeah, it says like maybe 3 for 65G.
PSN doesn't tell you what trophy level you are.
It's because it's because you've got a unified total and you've got discrete separate.
Sure, but you know your level in trophies. That's the more important thing. What level and what percentage you are. And I'm winning.
Yeah, I'd say it's arguable that.
I'd say it's arguable that. Competing on your own.
Yeah, you didn't compete with me at all this generation in trophies, did you?
I mean, I played Skyrim on. It's regrettable.
Why did you? I never understood that.
Just because I don't know. I think it was like £1 cheaper in the shop or something.
and you stopped playing Dark Souls to play Skyrim.
Amazing.
You stopped playing Dark Souls
on Xbox to play Skyrim on PS3.
Did I?
So funny.
Well, you had Dark Souls there to play.
I was playing,
and you played
no. It was all at the same time. It was all mixed up. It was a difficult time for my life. I didn't really know.
You really were all over the place.
Yeah, I was just like sort of.
When I go to look at my
from
trophies,
RPG to RPG, it was. Crazy.
It says this thing called syncing.
Oh yeah.
And I'm out. I'm out. See that?
It's Ryan. It's very simple. All you have to do is sign up to PlayStation Plus, turn on auto update for trophies, leave your PlayStation overnight, and auto update it. Easy peasy.
You've got to pay for that. You have to pay for it.
Yeah, of course.
How much is it for service?
Same as Xbox Live Gold.
Oh, excellent.
Quite a good case of the 360 inventing something in the PlayStation.
No. That's not actually true. Not actually true.
I
remember reading an article before 360 was released where Sony were talking about.
Hold on.
Oh, there was an article.
Yeah.
Start again.
Before 360 was released and before achievements were announced, Ken Kutaragi was talking about having that system on PS4.
Sure.
At the time
PS4?
called PS3. At the time called entitlements. That's what it was going to be called.
They didn't do it like you said.
Entitlement as a word.
They said they wouldn't be.
You think you can drop a name and we'll just
Why wouldn't you?
Let him finish. Let him finish at least.
Hold on. They said that they're still working on how to integrate it into the game, so
them.
It wouldn't be ready at launch. That's what they said. And then out of nowhere, Microsoft released the same thing.
Out of nowhere. But didn't you read
the next day,
Did you read
360 launched with achievements.
Out into every game.
Out of nowhere, 2 years before their launch, they
And to be fair, again, I love my trophies, but
Kutaragi spoke about this in 2003, I believe.
Why would you say that out? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
If you had that idea, why would you say here's something we're doing?
If you started trophies, you'd have had trophies.
It's very dubious, this story of yours, Mac. That
not dubious.
Well, it is. It is a little bit, and I still don't understand why you'd bring out that.
No, because you were going to say that it turned up on 360 first.
But it
and I was
did.
going for it.
Which it did. Which is also a fact.
It was in the pipeline with PlayStation before that.
It's a fair point Matt makes, you know, like,
it's a
what are they called?
It's like
entitlements.
It's like you're saying, well, one day, millions of years ago, a caveman was hit on the head by a rock.
No.
And when he woke up and he was like, I've had this great vision of playing moving pictures on our TV wall. That caveman, on his cave wall.
He wins.
That caveman invented television.
And also, you were going to say mate, gravity with the falling rock.
I thought he was going to gravity as well.
I was disappointed. Very disappointed.
An interesting Newton.
Very disappointed.
No, it's all about
what he would have done is he would have had a lot of pictures drawn on a wall, and he would have fallen.
Yeah, and seen it very quickly.
I like that better. I like that better. That
And he
works.
discovered gravity.
And that's when TV was invented. So
It's fascinating.
And also, when trophies launched on the PS3, they also weren't mandatory as well. So it's not.
I think achievements are more popular still. For me personally, they were both the best and worst feature for me this gen.
This is missing the big point for me.
That's a pretty big point. That's a pretty big point.
Yeah, this is missing the big point for me. Like I enjoy getting achievements when they pop up, man, but I couldn't give a fuck, man. I'm not going to go back through a game where some people go back and like max out the game. You know,
That's me, yeah.
Whenever I see someone with a huge gamer score, I think you've either like played a lot of shit games.
You bought like Naruto.
Or you've grinded out a lot of things, man. I can't be fucked with that, you know. Like,
there are some really good ones though.
Like
there's certain trophy achievements which like
it was
make you play the game in a really interesting way.
Yeah, like I usually check them out, you know, and like if it's a game I really like if it's a Hitman game or something like that, and there's there's a few like crazy ones, I might try to get them. But I'd never go out of my way like purposely to get achievements.
I do what you say though. I go for the trophies and achievements in games I enjoy.
Yeah.
The
this is hard to believe.
Yeah,
it's true. I mean, the man who's got 44,000 Xbox points and level 20.
The game that did that to me was Dead Rising, because Dead Rising had some amazing achievements, and I was like, man, if all games are going to have great achievements like this, I'm in. And then it became like a compulsive thing for me.
You should be a lot fatter than you are.
Where do we start? Like, I mean, it's true. Final Fantasy 13. Explain.
Platinumed.
130 hours into.
But he loves Final Fantasy.
You missed a vital point. At that time period, I was unemployed.
Fallout 3 and Resident Evil 5. You did on both Xbox and PlayStation 3.
Big fan of both games.
It doesn't.
No, you say Resident Evil 5 is you don't.
I said it's weak, but I'm still.
And every fan always says it's weak.
No, they don't. A fan's going to reject the fact that there are weak entries.
A big fan of both games does not justify doing all of the intricate achievements on both consoles. And they're not. Fallout 3 must have taken hundreds of hours to do all of it.
My second playthrough of Fallout took just under 70 hours.
Dude, you're obsessed with achievements, man.
Just under 70 hours.
Admit it. Some people
I was. That's why.
But you know, it's weird.
That's why my opening line was it was both the best and worst thing for me this gen.
I know.
Because I went back through games because of achievements and trophies.
I know 3 people, 2 which you guys will know, like Andy Haggis and Dan Jacobs, and them and another guy who I work with currently were having like a competition to see who could break like 100,000 achievement points or something, first. Or whatever.
But that's like a leaderboard, though, isn't it?
And it's just like
that's just a leaderboard.
They're missing the point.
The thing is, though, like all they were doing was playing either playing games they liked but playing them to grind and not enjoying it, or buying shit games that you knew you could get a lot of achievement points from, and then playing those games.
It's like anything in life, isn't it? Everything with moderation. I think achievements are great, trophies are great, because why do we play games for? Accomplishment. Again. This doesn't include you, Mike.
Do you though?
Or
not accomplishing hard things.
You've made that assumption there, and you're going to run with it, and I disagree with that.
No. It's one of the reasons we play it for. Enjoyment.
It's one of them, yeah.
But the sense of accomplishment, the
enjoyment,
sense,
cooperation, all of those things.
Achievement,
murder simulator.
Murder,
snuff games,
achievement, right?
Rape, drug taking, all of those things.
Living out your fantasies.
It's a big element of playing video games is to accomplish something.
Sure.
Right? It's to finish a challenge, complete it,
or a story.
Finishing like a puzzle or whatever, feeling good about yourself.
Yeah.
I used to play a lot more games when I was young, obviously, and I would get everything in a level on some game, and who's going to know about it? No one. Just my nerdy friends in school that I'm bragging about. Now, you've got something outside of the game which is telling you, here's how I'm doing, and not every
but still, who's going to care? Only your nerdy
my
mates,
nerdy friends, Mike and Mac will check.
But there's proof. Yeah, but
I appreciate it.
A truly good game.
I like it when Mike says, "No."
Should like do
you got past this boss in
God
of War?
Well,
I did actually.
I really like achievements, like getting them, but I'd never go like
No. Like I said,
bust my balls to get.
That's because you're too sensible, Nick. I don't like
that. Too practical.
I'd never break my balls to get achievements just for the sake of getting some points.
Yeah, but that's the thing, isn't it? It's everything with moderation. Not every game has got achievements worth getting, like you said. Whereas I platinumed Heavy Rain, and I loved doing that, and I played it on 360, so it wasn't a platinum. But I did all the achievements in BioShock Infinite, which was also great fun, But and like I said, it's nice that you've got something that accumulates outside of games into a compilation of your achievements in gaming that you've done, right?
And say though that none of the achievements are intrinsically worth getting for themselves. For me, it's more of a tracker of how you've done or how you've played that game. It shouldn't be influencing how you've played that game.
No, but
there was one in PGR3 that I really liked, which was drive the DeLorean. It's one of the shittest cars and one of the lowest classes in the game.
Is there a DeLorean in it?
Yeah. Drive it over a bridge at
88 miles an
hour.
What, you said 87?
87, you're so close. You were so close. Sorry, man. You were so close.
87, something like that. Just
89, 87.
Just over 87 miles an hour.
It's 100 miles an hour.
Over a certain bridge with a rainstorm
with a clock tower.
and you get shot. shut up by the.
Where we're going, we don't need streets.
As a big, I don't.
That's a good achievement.
I love that.
But it's one of those Easter eggs, which you're never gonna. It was
87
that project
miles.
like 3. Yeah.
Was that 3 or 4? Do you mean 4?
It was 3.
There was a good one in Half-Life.
This is 3.
You get a 2-pointer, the basketball.
There's a secret ones though.
There was
You
loads
get
of
2
Half-Life,
points
man.
Or
I tell you-
carrying the gnome all the way
Exactly.
through the
My
game. That's a
favourite was
great
Half-Life 2
achievement.
Episode 2. It made me. I mean, I've said this before, I think, but it made me enjoy Half-Life 2 Episode 2 so much because it
carry
made
the
me
gnome.
carry the gnome all the way through. It gave
Carry
me,
the gnome?
Yeah, it gave
You
me.
did that?
I did the whole
Oh!
thing. It gave me like a second game to play within that game, and the game
Exactly.
Episode 2 is brilliant. But I was more at the gnome the whole
I
time.
lost him.
Yeah, yeah.
I lost
Just-
him about halfway through.
Yeah, I
didn't realise.
Just amazing.
I played it with. I did the
Gave
one.
up.
I did the one bullet.
Yeah, I did that in 2
The
as
one
well,
bullet
yeah.
playthrough on 2.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like,
Episode
even
one.
with
Episode
the
1, Episode 2.
Yeah, Alpha 2 Episode 1.
half the achievements, right? Some of them are great. Some
Yeah.
of them are great. But while you're playing to get those achievements, there's a million other things just as awesome as that you won't
But I
find
think-
because you're just playing to get
Yeah.
those
Good
achievements.
suggested sort of awesome.
Me and-
thing.
me
It
and-
can
It
happen.
can- yeah, definitely.
Me and Mac throw shots at each other because we do. I collect a lot of trophies, and Mac collects a lot of trophies and achievements. So who's worse, really? But we do because we always like to say. But I think in the end we.
Well, you. Always you.
Definitely.
We
Forever.
do. No matter how much we throw shit at each other for platinuming fucking Saw the game, when we platinuming Captain America the game, we both were enjoying those games the whole time. They weren't.
The
some
whole
people,
time?
Yeah. Some
time,
genuinely.
you know what I mean?
Some people play like fucking Hannah Montana
Captain
the game
America,
because it's an easy platinum.
Or Avatar on 360.
Exactly,
How many
but
people played that for those?
They may be shit games, but we were enjoying them, and maybe they made us collect all the intel, but I wouldn't do it unless it was fun to play. Like even Infamous or Assassin's Creed,
I
that
hate
you collect
achievements like that,
ridiculous,
like,
collect 100 things.
collect
I
all
still
the-
love running around in that world.
Collect all the notepads
Yeah,
with
man.
like really boring stories.
I'd say my lowest
you know what
moment
I
in
mean?
gaming was
Fuck
the
that shit.
The feathers.
feathers.
Yeah, that was pretty.
But then again,
The feathers.
but then again,
Was that
Did-
Assassin's Creed 2
2?
ruined games for a while. I hated it so much.
All that shit.
Didn't have trophies in the PS3, so
No,
I
but
was
it
saying,
was literally, I had one trophy left and I got platinum. I was like, I don't have a platinum
yeah,
yet.
but you struggle with getting
Let's
10,000
try it.
flowers in flower.
Because you have to keep on playing the game after you've completed it.
What a great treat it's given you.
Nah.
Just repeating levels.
Overrated.
No need.
certainly on this podcast. I'd say that, but you know, like I said, in my youth, I would go around collecting everything, the 100% a game.
All the conquers.
But now that it
All of
means, but now it means a little bit more because, like I said, it all counts towards something that happens outside of your game,
That's
to
so
your
true.
online profile.
I agree with you, but now that I'm an adult and I can buy more than like 4 games
That's
a year,
it, man.
Sure.
Exactly what I was going to say.
I would never.
But it makes
Do all
now.
that shit.
But now,
it
like I
makes-
said, you pick and choose the
Yeah.
games that you do that
Now
with.
when you
Yeah.
dedicate yourself
unless
to the
you're
game.
unless you're mental, like Haggis.
I know Chris is the same as me, but like, how many times do you play like 'cause I like playing old games like Mario 3, Super Metroid.
Yeah.
You just every time you do something like you just
Yeah.
wish I wish it was an achievement.
Yeah.
It's just so people could see.
We said this
Yeah.
before. Imagine
It's
if
so
imagine
good.
if Nintendo retrofitted their virtual console games to have achievements, or Nintendo
Something.
smiley
Just-
points or whatever.
Here's a question for all you cool cats out there. Like, are these achievement points going to carry over to the next console?
Yeah.
Are
Achievements
they?
and trophies.
Trophies.
right?
And the console after that, and after that, and
More
after that.
important to me-
Of
But
course
that's-
they're not,
this is
mate.
why I
They're going to
stopped-
end at some point.
Yeah.
What are you going to do
This
then?
is why I
Everyone dies
Yeah.
eventually.
This is
Nothing's
why I
worth
stopped playing
doing.
World of Warcraft.
Why would they get rid of it though?
More important to me is
They'd have
ownership
to,
of things
'cause
you've
they've
already
upset
bought.
all
It's the master plan to
long-term
make the
Yeah,
game
like-
has killed himself.
You think they'd have to,
For a
but
new
like,
generation.
To get rid of all of us.
my point is that everyone's saying that it's something to say I've done this, but like, you know, it's going to be gone in a few consoles' time, man.
Yeah,
But
but
I'm-
it's online. It's always
Like a
findable. It's
proxy
always referenceable
existential
now. Everything's
crisis.
referenceable now.
Like,
Like,
if
every picture
anything,
you've got a whole-
start a Raptor thing and have a true achievements
Yeah.
thing, which follows every single game you played
Yeah,
on all
that
consoles.
is-
you
Man,
know?
I mean,
That's
anything.
much better.
We could maybe reveal now. Aren't we?
Don't forget that.
Should we?
You know,
Do you think we should?
These
Yeah.
days, everything
Is
you
it-
every-
is it
everything you do in your
What's-
life
what you
now is
got?
online or
Let's go. I'm
findable. You
excited.
know, every picture like chronicling your life.
Got 2 conversations coming on.
Is going on. So
These
yeah,
guys
these
have been
things
really
are findable
excited.
still.
What are they doing?
On achievements, there's a whole True Achievements website where it gives you
Yes,
like
I'm on
proper.
that.
Does it give you a proper score
It
for the
weights
thing?
everything,
Yeah.
doesn't
This is
it?
Raptor.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It weights every.
I don't think it's Raptor.
No,
it's
no,
a
it's
different
called.
site.
It's actually called, literally called True Achievements.
Yeah, True Achievements.
And it ranks, it
Why is it
weights
trophies?
everything according to how easy or difficult it
Yeah,
is.
how many
and-
people got the
No,
achievement?
that's
and
kind
that
of-
Is
kind
that
of-
across all
PSN
platforms?
profiles
I
doesn't
think,
go
I
over that.
think it's just achievements, but
I want one that's both.
I looked
Yeah,
at it
and
about-
Steam.
Well, you say achievements don't mean anything, Nick, but on the next generation,
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Like, have a listen back to the audio. And, you know, find the part where I say that and play it back to me.
You definitely said that, Nick.
I
But,
didn't say that.
but what I'll tell you this is,
I may have said that.
on the next generation, you're going to get achievements for watching television.
Yeah,
Sign me up for that.
Neighbours Platinum.
Think how many gamer points you would have got for doing Breaking Bad so quick, man. You'd be like
the whole thing in 2 weeks.
If you get an achievement for like
the engineers
never turning over during the entire
TV guys,
5
BBC
fans.
Oh God,
I'll be up for that. That'd be great. Watched Federer and Nadal Wimbledon 2008 for the 5th time that week.
That would be good on Connect, like a little track your eye movement.
Yeah.
Like, focus on the grass for the next 4 minutes.
What was this announcement you were going to...
It was Raptor related.
Go on.
Do you know Raptor website?
Yeah.
Well, you don't need any kind of like confirmation when you make accounts. So like me and Jamie made our account, and we found out like you can make anyone's account. So we made Dalamore's account called Pubakai, and it's been existing. And we've added loads of everyone. All of you lot have got him on your friends list. And yeah, we've just always. I've got the email. Always gets Pubakai has played this week, and yeah. So Dalamore never knows.
What do you think the legacy is for these two consoles?
Well, actually, Mac, it's interesting that you just brought up Kinect, because let's talk about that piece of shit and the Move.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's not let Move.
The bigger piece of shit.
But they committed less to it, so
the one that genuinely looks like an actual shit, with a bulb stuck in the end.
Move worked what it's trying to do. It worked.
Yeah,
and Kinect sold a lot better.
Jamie's so close to that full house, you would not.
Kinect's there, under the failures.
If you're playing bingo at home, tick off Kinect.
You say Kinect sold better, but like how many consoles were packaged with Kinect? You know, like is that like
I don't know.
Consoles sold and you had Kinect with it?
Like,
not that many bundles.
Not many, I don't think. Was it?
I think the monetary investment was pretty high on Kinect as well. So.
Well, like I haven't had much experience with Move, but like. I really enjoyed Move when I first played it, man.
Lucky you.
I really enjoyed it when I first played it, man. It was at like my previous place of work that we all worked.
You play House of the Dead?
No, like it was just like in a free environment, and I could write in the sky, and I was just like drawing, like penises and tits and stuff.
They both worked in there. They both worked.
Brilliant.
Their tech
penises going into tits.
That's it.
All of it.
Great.
The tech worked.
Technologically, they're both good, but. Yeah. In terms of gaming, they didn't offer much.
It's like going back to the Vita and the PSP. You know, technology is really great, but does it
software,
have software?
But, yeah, exactly.
That's
where they're both.
I definitely say the Vita has more software than the
something
Move,
which is good, surely.
That's not saying much.
Isn't that Harry Potter Book of Spells game like really good?
It
for
actually
kids?
works.
Like I've not played that.
Have you got it, Mike?
Yeah, good for kids.
Mike, did you buy Wonderbook?
I didn't, but I played it all at a mate's house.
Bullshit, you got it.
I don't have it. I played it hungover at a mate's house, and it's really good.
Oh, back that call.
Really
You've called me that.
I haven't. 100%. As if I wouldn't admit I've done that. I wouldn't admit I've got it.
I don't say goodnight, Alison, and she goes up to bed, and then I read myself a little story in front of the TV.
And the dragons came out. Why are you singing Jurassic Park? Why are you doing Jurassic Park?
Mike, you could easily be a kid in a Wonderbook advert.
Yeah.
Like open the Harry Potter book, and this dragon flies around you, and you do that thing where you turn and go, oh! Yeah, like that.
Dumbledore.
God.
No. He's the wizard.
I know.
I know you do.
I've seen parodies of him.
YouTube's done Dumbledore.
Pretty much.
Don't worry about it.
No, I liked Start the Party on Move and the Dance Central series on Connect.
Dance Central's amazing.
Brilliant.
Just put out
really
there,
good.
Dance
Yeah.
Dance Central
won't have a bad word about Dance Central.
Dance Central.
From any of you. The songs are shit.
Dance Central is good. It's amazing. It's the only thing that works on Connect, though. It's the only thing you can do.
Connect Adventures.
Oh,
Fruit
Ninja.
Fruit
Ninja's fucking.
Connect Adventures had some really fun games in there.
No, but they're not great though, are they?
They're not great, but they work.
Unlike Fruit Ninja and Dance Central is brilliant.
Dance Central is one.
That's why, even though it's a piece of shit, I'm annoyed that my younger nephew, who's can't really talk yet, but he did twat my Connect, and then it didn't work. And I'd only just got Dance Central 3, and check my achievements, Nick. You won't find a single Dance Central 3 one on there, and it hurts.
You can get them for like a tenner now.
Does everyone here think that like the whole kind of like Connect, Move, like Wii stuff?
Well, they weren't really appealing to us anyway, were they?
They weren't.
Yeah, obviously it's not for us.
I
but
still
like,
think it's important.
It happened
because like
sure.
I kind of think it's a flash in the pan.
No,
it's not the grand scheme of things.
It's not a dead end. It's not a dead end at all. It's just in its.
I'm not saying it'll go away, but like
just get better.
I reckon I agree with Nick.
Me too.
I mean, like it'll always be there, but it's not the big thing that.
But then let's look forward. We're already seeing what's happening. Microsoft are doubling down on Connect, literally by making Connect 2.0, fixing it with every box, making it mandatory. Sony have taken elements of the Move, the controller and the light, and put it into their actual controller. So you're saying that's the better way to do it? To take.
If anything, like I can see, it's got like great uses for interface and just things that aren't to do with the games. You know, like
complementary things.
Recognizing who you are. You know, if you like creepy like surveillance shit.
Yeah, we love
and like
Watch Dogs, mate.
All that kind of stuff. But in terms of actual games,
it's not going to take away from how you control the game.
The people who put all the money,
unless they make you control.
The people who put all the money in the industry, like play Call of Duty, play Halo, play shit like that.
Guitar.
And we're never going to do that on motion controls and body waving arms around.
Back to Back to the Future though. What about in that documentary, the one in the series that's the documentary, the one where it goes to the future? The documentary about the future, and they go, oh, you have to play with your hands. That's like a baby's toy. Yeah. And that's 1.5 years away. So in 1.5 years, we're going to be hands-free. Everything's going to be hands-free.
Yeah.
You know, gaming, sex, like Demolition Man, everything.
My sex was already hands-free.
We need hoverboards first.
That's the thing. That's the thing we're fucking furthest from depression, isn't it? Yeah, Stuart, you said you were going to talk A, a lot about Red Dead, and B, slag off Mike a lot, and you've not done either.
You slagged me off a lot.
I have done.
No, not a lot. I would say.
But before Mike got here,
less so now he's here.
Well, I threw it at you yesterday. Say, should we try and get like a top 10 games each, and realise how massive the idea of trying to.
We've spoken.
Just go around and say best game of the thing, and then do it like mallet to mallet, where you can't say the same one someone said before.
I want to do. We can do that.
It's a good idea, isn't it?
We can. As long as one of us mentions it.
Chris can go last.
It's mallet, and just keep it going mallet until like everyone's been
mentioned best games of the generation, and you can't do a duplicate. So stay tuned, listeners. That's how this podcast is going to end, apparently.
Yeah,
I'm happy with that because Dark Souls is on PS3 and Xbox.
Fuck, man, I've got about 4.
You can say it twice. List.
So we've spoken about Xbox Gold, and we've spoken about how PS3 has been free to be online with and shit, and then this thing called PlayStation Plus came out, and a lot of people sneered at it at first, and what it's turned out to be.
Except for the sensible people.
Well, you're a fool to be sneering at it.
You are, Ryan. Yeah, you are.
There are. It's not as perfect as you guys think it is.
It is as perfect as you think.
It gives you a lot of games which I would never play anyway.
You get
a lot of games.
To summarise, the value you get out of Plus far outweighs the cost.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why it's brilliant.
Okay, how much you play on PS3?
It depends on if you buy those games in the first place. It's like, you guys get all these amazing games for free.
What's that?
But you pay for them every month. But I would never buy them in the first place, so I'm not. I'd still have to spend money to get games I wouldn't.
All of them? What are you talking about?
But like, name a game though that I would have got.
£30 a year. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance or whatever. What the fuck is that game called?
Revengeance. Yeah,
you got it right.
Ah, it felt like
worst title.
Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengeance Part 2, the slicing. I really wanted to play. No, I didn't really want it. I quite wanted to play.
There you go. You didn't really want it.
No,
I quite wanted to play Revengeance, right? But I'm like, I'll wait for that.
You weren't willing to pay money for it.
It's coming to. No, I am paying money for it.
What you're saying is you'd pay money on the chance that it might turn up on.
No, but you're getting lots
of games that you don't want to play.
The reason I'm shaking my head is because Chris has actually found a game that I agree with him. Because I love the Metal Gear Solid games, and yet when Revenge came out, it didn't look very good. Yeah. But then I would like to play it, and if I was a member of this thing,
another one, Steve, you might like Street Fighter. Cross Tekken?
Yeah, on Vita as well. And Catherine was really good. I wanted her.
Now you're taking random steps. You think I'd like Catherine?
No, but I'm saying for me personally, Catherine's a game I never would have.
Isn't it?
Catherine's a sort of interesting game which like should be on that.
I'm willing to risk £40.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Not willing to risk 40.
Risk.
Yeah.
Isn't it good to be exposed to stuff that you might not be? Why?
Yeah. I have no interest in it.
In what?
Any of those games.
Which games?
Any of them.
But Far Cry 3's been on there.
No thanks.
Mass Effect's been on there, you
moron. I already own it.
Okay.
Mike, this is the
some people haven't.
Well, good for them, but you're telling me I should have it for that reason.
But then you only play 3 games a year.
The games I hear...
We're not saying you should have it, we're saying that the value exceeds the cost.
You've got
you're saying it doesn't.
So because it's better than the other.
Yeah, sure. But Ryan,
in some ways.
But Ryan, you're limiting yourself. So you don't play Catherine.
I'm not limiting myself.
What if you love Catherine?
Lots of games to play.
But what if you loved Catherine? What if you loved
I won't love it.
How would you? Whoa!
Because I know what type of games I like. No, I'm not like you.
I didn't think I loved Catherine. What's that?
I don't play random games to see if they're good or not. I buy games I know I will like.
But that's life and everything.
I'm that type of gamer. Then that's exactly my point. That's exactly the point.
Exactly.
But you've never exposed yourself to something different.
I don't need to.
But how do you know that? You never have. You never have.
Now what you're saying is that I can't.
Lost his shit.
I can't be happy with something
Lost his
because I
shit.
haven't tried other things.
Where's it gone?
I said spare.
I'm not saying you can't. What I'm saying is, that what if you could be happier?
I'm happy the way I am.
But happier.
There is no happier.
No, there is. There always is.
There is no happier.
What if you could be happier? I could be even better than I am.
No, there's no. You can't even quantify that.
I can. It's twice as good.
You can't.
Guys, if I may. Now, Ryan, isn't it good to have maybe a conduit to new games that you might be interested in playing?
It was free.
That's asking a bit much, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's communism. Specifically as we're moving into a generation that might not make it as easy to play borrowed or secondhand games as it is now. I say might not because, let's face it, we still don't really know how that's going to turn out, do we?
They can always turn it around.
But in a case of like an all digital world where you won't be able to just borrow a game off your mate, it's good to have access to games that you could try that you might not have played otherwise. PlayStation Plus has been amazing for me this year. When I've been like a struggling journalist, not making too much money, yet I've still had I've still got access to all of these games that I wouldn't have bought, I wouldn't have had the money for anyway. You know, it's been really great for me, and I think a subscription model for gaming is kind of quite a forward way of thinking.
Well, we used to have one. We used to have Blockbuster. And that'll be replaced by something better.
It's not. It's better than Blockbuster, isn't it? Because you do have those games the entire time.
No, but let's not smack down Blockbuster.
But the essence of it is the same. You know, you pay an amount of money far removed from the purchase price, and you have access to it for a limited time period. I know PlayStation Plus is not limited time period, is it? It's
you subscribe.
It's ongoing as long as you subscribe.
So it's Blockbuster.
We're moving towards like a
so we'll have a different model. You know,
Ryan, are you on Spotify or Netflix?
No, but you're right. It is like Spotify.
Do you pay for Spotify or Netflix?
That's my point. I mean,
have you ever on Spotify listened to something that you don't know you're going to love? Have you ever tried something new? Wow.
No, I guarantee you, I have not.
I'm the same as well, man.
I don't know what to do with that.
I do not use Spotify to explore music.
I don't know if Mike's the best person to argue this point.
It's not arguing. I'm learning a lot. I'm
a man who didn't know Led Zeppelin until Rock Band.
That's not me.
Ryan, go Groove Shark, man. It's half the price.
No, he's doing a Limp Bizkit halfway shot in the slam dunk.
Hang on, wait. It's
Limp Bizkit.
It's free.
It's free for the desktop version. Mobile is $5, £3.
You can't. Your argument falls down when you reveal that you're a member of movie and music streaming services, though. No, I mean, isn't it sort of the same?
He uses them the same way, though. He knows what he wants to watch on Netflix, and he goes to watch it. It's not the way he uses it. So yeah, PlayStation Plus for you is useless.
I think it's
for
fantastic.
everyone else. It's phenomenal.
I think it's fantastic. Being a Vita owner, and even if I had lots more money, I still would have spent less on my Vita than my other platforms, right? Yeah, my Vita is overflowing with games. Like, I go on a journey and I turn on my Vita, and because I'm quite good at updating, downloading and stuff, I've got so much shit on there and so much variety as well. And that's the thing, because, I know what I don't like, definitely RTSs, for example, but, there's the unknown, which I don't know if I'll like it or if I won't. And if I've got it there and I've got access to it, it's only a good thing. It can't be a bad thing. It just can't.
I want to.
Xbox are doing it now.
Exactly.
Xbox are doing it now with games with gold.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed 2.
See, I've been so disengaged from.
Oh
Xbox
man,
that I don't know what's been offered in the last 3 months.
You're not missing much, mate.
No, I was waiting for that. I mean, yeah, sure, the games are a lot older. Halo 3.
Halo 3?
Assassin's Creed 2.
Best Halo.
Yeah. That is
best Halo.
Of them.
But I don't own it.
Let's not argue here. Best Halo, man.
Yeah, and I didn't have it before. I didn't own it before, and I didn't own it.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're wrong.
Explain to me why I'm wrong. Because it's not the most recent one.
Unfortunately, we have little time.
What's your favourite Halo?
Into this?
3.
Well,
no, I'm lying to myself.
Reach.
My favourite
Reach
is
my favourite.
My favourite is 2 because
I'm lying to myself.
3's the best.
You're lying out loud.
I'm lying out loud. 2 is my favourite. 3's the best.
So like objectively 3.
It's like me. Yeah, it's how I do it. Yeah, your favourite and your
it's like Roger Moore or Sean Connery. Well, Sean Connery's the best. Roger Moore's my favourite.
Oh, okay, that's.
I think a lot of people.
With actors, I'd put.
Correct, Timothy Dalton. Yes, exactly.
With actors, I wouldn't be able to. Yeah.
The we is Timothy Dalton. But yeah, no. So and I'm on there. I'm on my 360 check-in. Oh, free game. Yes. Magic: The Gathering.
Why not? Why the fuck not?
But it's free.
Do you know what though?
Why not?
I'm a gold user who's never really looked into this at all, and
I had no idea this existed.
I've been away for ages.
You guys have missed these as well.
I've been away
no
for
idea
ages.
This existed. I'm a gold
back.
member.
These are free games that you guys need to get on.
But there's
right
nowhere that it draws.
Sorry, Mike's got his hand up.
Says that
it's just because you're still saying But you're already paying for Xbox Live Gold. We're talking about Gold here, Xbox Live Gold. You said that's a waste of money because it now gives you free games as well?
I wasn't talking about Gold.
Oh, we were talking about Gold. We were talking about Gold. You were just saying waste of money for 20
Ryan, stop beefing about free games.
I had no idea this existed, man. Nowhere on my dashboard does it say.
Exactly.
It's tucked away.
I had a vague idea.
It's tucked away.
That's
a very good
The smartest thing PlayStation did was they gave people in the top corner or next to their position, if they got PlayStation Plus, they put a little plus next to their name.
Here's something bad about PlayStation these days. The PlayStation Store. Remember when it stopped working and now it just doesn't work?
I like that you can now. It's better to browse PlayStation games on a PC than a PS3.
Oh, it looks great. It looks great, but it doesn't work.
It's never been a good.
You've missed out on Assassin's Creed 2, old but still the best one.
Yeah.
Halo 3, Heroes of Might and Magic, and Magic the Gathering.
That Heroes of Might and Magic game is good.
There you go. You see, Ryan, and I wouldn't have bought that.
Those are all terrible games.
Remember, this is a guy who doesn't like Street Fighter and doesn't like Prince of Persia.
Don't like
sounds
Street
tired
Fighter,
he's never
Ryan.
played it.
Don't like Street Fighter.
What are you on about? I'm a massive Street. Did you really just say that?
Who doesn't like Street Fighter?
I was listening to episode 20 the
Come
other day
on,
where
I'm a
you said
massive
Street
Street
Fighter is
Fighter.
too projectile based and you hate
What?
it.
No,
You
okay.
never liked Street
Sounds like
Fighter.
a-
You said you've never
Saying
liked the
it's
Street
too
Fighter game.
projectile
You
based
said
and
you've
saying
never
I hate
liked the
it.
Street Fighter game.
Saying it's too projectile based and then
I
saying
listened to
hate
the
it.
podcast
I love
last
Street
week.
Fighter.
You said
I
you've
love
never
Street
liked the
Fighter.
Street Fighter game.
Get my coat. Or like
Literally said
Never
it.
said
Well,
that.
Street Fighter's
I
great,
hate
isn't
it.
it? I mean,
Hated Street Fighter.
Everyone likes Street Fighter.
Hate all the
You did say it was
Can we
too
put on that
projectile
documentary?
based.
He's never liked the Street Fighter game.
That is what I think, so I can imagine myself saying
Say
that.
Mac
But to
and
say that I hated all of them,
Okay, you
that
never said you
sounds
hated it,
ridiculous.
yeah.
That sounds ridiculous.
I know it does, but you said it.
Wait till you hear this back and it'll be like, oh, I really love Street Fighter, but I'm a bit burnt out on it. I've played it quite a lot. It's Castle Royale.
There it is. Black and white.
Right, I've got one more thing left to get full house.
Yeah, it's a good one though.
No, but you can't.
You know it.
Yeah, you can't just go.
That's not how big
No,
works.
no.
I'm missing a 4. If you could say 4,
All right, you know
that
one
would really
of
help.
my favourite things is when PlayStation introduced cross-buy.
Yeah.
Hang on, what did you say?
Cross-buy. Is that on your list, Jamie?
Is he taking
You
a
know
name
what?
of all
You know what it is? It's,
Oh.
I had
The
to
fact that
check,
you-
check again, but
The fact,
it
that you
was
can,
cross-buy.
the fact that you can buy
Go on,
games
then.
across Vita and
Shout
PS3.
shout
and
bingo.
Are you serious? You had that written down?
bingo.
Who gives a shit about cross-buying, man?
People who bought Flower on
Who
PS3
gives a
and when
shit?
it comes out, launch day on PS4 will own Flower on PS4
Okay.
and Vita.
I'm just
as
going to
well.
start again.
Yeah,
This is,
I'm
no,
willing to repeat
I
everything
need
Nick
to-
said. Who gives a shit about cross-buy?
But
It's
it'll
good,
come
though.
when.
No,
but,
it's-
okay, or how about the fact when I bought Limbo on PS3? You like Limbo, right? Bought Limbo on PS3
Limbo.
2 years ago. Got my Vita. It came out Vita. I thought, oh, I'm gonna have to buy Limbo again. Don't mind. Went to download Limbo, and it was free on my Vita.
That's
I
a
already
nice
bought it on
addition.
PS3.
It's not
But
a...
no,
It's
no,
great.
no, it's
Not a
core.
game changer.
It's core. It's absolutely core. It's what I mentioned before. It's the difference between Steam, where you know you purchased something, and as long as Steam exists, you will have that game on Steam. As long as that exists for the next 10, 20, 30 years, whatever, you'll have that game.
You think
On
at the
next-
moment. You
on
think
the
at the
next-
moment, yeah.
On the next Microsoft platform, I won't own what I already own.
Okay, this is going
It's
into a
gone.
wider issue. This is going
It's
into a
not.
wider
It's
issue.
It's something they didn't have to do.
No, hold on, man.
Yeah.
He's saying that you buy it on the PS3, you get the Vita as well. He's not saying you get it on the PS4 as well.
You do though.
You do get it on the PS4.
They just
too.
announced.
Okay.
It's only small games right
It's
now,
4
but
games.
4 games they've already announced, and it's not even out yet. They'll add more to
Yeah,
that.
but are they
I
not?
think it's- I think
Are they
it's
making
central
it for
to, you
the
know.
PS4? Those
Okay,
games? Like,
if that is
They
a
have to
central
rebuild
thing,
it.
Yeah,
then
so
fair enough, man.
so
That's
it
good.
requires a lot for them to
Yeah,
let
but-
you have
And
it.
then
I
they
don't
let
have
you
to
have
buy-
it
So, like,
for free.
I'd have to buy Flower, Sound.
I'm not going to get
Flower,
Mega
Escape
Man
Room.
10 on the PS4, am I?
What?
If Capcom do it, then you
Why
would.
wouldn't
If
you?
It's on
Capcom
day
did it.
one.
Because they have to make it.
If Capcom did it, you would.
Your
Yeah,
situation,
but they're not going to, are
your
they?
Well, that's their
situation's
choice.
It's
different.
wicked that Sony are going to remake Flower.
Your
Thank
situation,
God.
Steve, your situation's different because Gaikai will let you play all those once that's all up and running.
Who's Gaikai?
Nice, good question.
He'll let you play them, mate.
Gaikai is
Friends with Phil Fish.
Online streaming
Gaikai,
service that
yeah.
Sony purchased, basically.
Failing purchase,
And-
a failing service that they purchased.
Yeah, we don't know what the full thing's going to be through, but either way,
It's gonna be good streaming of games. That's
you'll
what it's
be
gonna
able
be.
to stream all the digital content you
Okay.
own onto your PS4.
So, like,
That'll work.
This has
So-
moved into a wider issue then.
Fingers
Like,
crossed.
like if you guys are saying that every single game you've bought on,
I'm not
like,
saying every single one will.
okay, like if
There is specific shout-outs.
That is a big issue at the moment.
Don't let his reasonableness derail you. Attack him on that basis.
That is a big issue at the moment. Like all the games that we've bought on Xbox Live Arcade, PSN, and like the thing is though, like it's never been any different. You know, I can't play my SNES games on my N64.
Sure, exactly,
you know, it's never been.
And yet you can on your Wii.
Yeah, but
Sony's already.
The question is, shouldn't it be like that?
Right.
No. I mean, when the Wii U,
this is something they didn't have to do, but they've done it.
Difference is that they're reselling you things which have been original in the past. Which so you think, as you say, you're building up a library of games, you know, for all times. You know, like,
nothing is like that, man. You can't play records on CD players.
Books.
You can't play CDs on minidisc players.
PC.
Okay, books.
My new eyes, my gaming eyes can't read old books.
PC.
Anything visual, anything tactile.
Well, I can play Worms 95 on my Windows 8
You've
PC.
got the right.
you can with a bit of fiddling.
Can I fuck, mate? Can I fuck?
If you know your way around a PC, mate.
Okay, apart from books from invented thousands of years ago, that the world is all accustomed to.
Paintings.
Give me something else.
Board games.
The National Gallery.
Graphic novels.
I completely agree that we should be able to take our like Xbox Live Arcade games to our next console. Man. I agree with that, but. My point was that it's never been a normal thing to happen. Okay,
it just seems like it
should
be so
normal.
easy.
That, though, but you've never
what is
had
normal?
That. You've never had that situation.
No, now,
it's true.
It's
never been normal.
Literally a GameCube is literally a different size to an N64.
If you had the option, you would take it though.
Definitely, yeah.
Well, there you go.
I'm trying to think what I was arguing against on PC.
Yeah.
Here is the big question: hasn't the PS3 just overtaken lifetime 360 sales?
Yes.
No, not
yes,
just.
it has.
No,
not just. A few months ago.
Look at the guy
shouting up here. This is.
It's
crucial.
not about sales.
I know it's not, but everyone put so much stock. We wouldn't be saying that if people didn't put that much stock in it in the first place. Like people every month didn't go and it sold the PS3 again. They made a thing of it.
Because it is a good indicator.
Nintendo nearly went out.
And let's be honest, but that's not the only thing. If PS3 hadn't had Last of Us this year, then we wouldn't be able to say anything. But they still have had Last of Us, and GT6 is coming out.
Can I say something about Last of Us?
Yeah, go for it.
It bored me.
After
Fair enough. A few hours
I can see why it might.
It lost me completely.
I'm where Stuart is. I'm going to get back on
it.
Sorry, that was.
It's no Infinite. It's no Bioshock Infinite.
I was a dick.
That's a barb.
Game changer.
I was a dick.
It just, I don't know if there was a hump I needed to get over, but
no, I think if you didn't like it, there's no hump. If you didn't like it, you probably didn't like it.
More importantly,
enjoying it, but
more importantly, Last of Us is my Game of the Year 2013.
Oh, Game of the Year is not what we're doing.
We were talking.
I just did it. That's why you just can't compete.
You've embarrassed yourself there, mate.
Mike, Mac, and I were talking about like Bioshock Infinite versus Last of Us. And Mac's like, Last of Us, tongue out, smiley face as he likes to do. Last of Us. And then I went, well, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. You know, I've got a lot of stupid friends who prefer Last of Us as well. It doesn't surprise me that you weren't intelligent enough to understand Infinite. And Matt goes, oh, typical Mike, being really offensive. What a stupid thing to say, Mike. Fuck you, Mike. And I was like, that was me, actually. I was like, oh, well, you and I still call Chris. We'll always be down you and me, but you, Mike.
Could have went back and forth so much.
And yet, does Mac not win the argument just by doing that? That's why I'm wondering.
Yeah, didn't even. It's really stupid. Wait a minute. They call. I'll show you inanimate.
You wouldn't believe how many arguments with my mates at home. I just say, well, Mike's a fucking moron, and then
what?
Have you met Mike Power? I've got a picture of him on my phone. This guy would have an opinion completely off what we think.
So Mike's just left the room, so I think we can say 360 wins. Yeah?
I think it does, man. It does. If you're going to be honest.
Oh, God.
And like
360 got off with a cracking start. PS3 caught up almost, but 360,
Depends what we mean by wins, isn't it?
I would say
the Wii ones.
Arguably,
sales.
Arguably, PS3's got the more.
Roundtable, man. Who played most of what?
And also,
can I play this?
It would be nice if you could be in the room, Mike. Are you just on your phone in the corridor?
Can I play this for everyone, please? Wait.
Power, tactical masterclass. Playing a bison. No. No projectiles. No projectiles. Both men blocking in the corner. Blade throws a projectile himself. Exactly. What, bison as well? Yeah. He throws himself at people.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
So you like fighters, but you don't like Street Fighter, right? Yeah, not a big fan. I think you do like it, but no.
Yeah, I hate them all.
No.
Let me just say, it was 100% of a cool dude thing of Mike to do that. But he did bring up an audio clip of you saying you weren't a fan of Street Fighter.
Okay, but is that what you said he was going to get?
I can't remember.
No.
I don't really know.
No, I said no.
Hey, I said, do you... You said you love Street Fighter.
Best game of the generation, Dark Souls, done.
Before we go on to that, I was going to say PS3, arguably the more interesting exclusives, the more game-changing exclusives.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that Halo didn't do a lot for the console FPS. I'm just not a huge fan of it. But
that's an old Xbox game, though, man.
Yeah, I know, but it's still an exclusive. But I would say that games like Heavy Rain.
More interesting.
Games like Journey. Yeah, more game change.
Not even a game. It is a game. Not even a game. You can be bad at it, it's a game.
I like it a lot, but it's not a game.
You can be bad at it, it's a game. You can fuck it up.
I can be bad at all sorts of things that are games.
It's not a game changer because nothing came out of it.
Beyond Two Souls?
No, it is a game changer.
You haven't played that.
Beyond looks
5 minutes of it. I didn't like
pile of wank, man.
PS3s can have more interesting exclusives, like Journey, like Heavy Rain, stuff like that.
Uncharted.
I wouldn't say they're better or game changing, man. Like, because Xbox
But
is more grounded.
come on, compare.
Hold on, let me finish, man.
Never.
What the fuck? Xbox is like their exclusives are more like grounded in genres, shooter exclusives, stuff like that.
Sure.
It's very much like Oasis versus Blur. Like Oasis carry on pumping out the same old shit, but Blur reinventing themselves, trying different things.
I like that.
Trying different things.
And
different things.
And yeah,
Oasis tried, tested, and true. Right? Yeah. Tried, tested, and true. Gears of War 3, Gears of War 9.
I guess my...
You know what I mean?
My problem is saying PlayStation can only dream of it.
Are you saying the PS3 and 360 launch is akin to like Rock and Roll Star and what was the other one?
Country House.
Country House.
And Country House, wasn't it?
Could you get two songs more different?
Like a terrible single. Well, no, I'm not. These are the correct ones.
It wasn't Rock and Roll Star and...
Nick,
it was Country House.
It was Country House and Roll With It.
It's Country House and Roll
with it. You gotta roll with it.
And we will remember. Like Roll With It worked really well online.
An appalling start.
Country House.
And then they got better.
$600.
But Park Life was before Country House. No. Everyone knew Park Life.
PS2 was before.
Wait, who did you say PS3 was like?
Blur.
Okay, that's only funny because in the recently released video of the last 15 years of PS3, in the video, Blur was the post they had on the wall for PS2. Right, Nick, the only problem is this. Throw a 360 game at me and I'll probably have played it. If I throw a lot of PS3 games at you, you almost certainly won't have played.
Lost Odyssey.
Good point.
Lost Odyssey. Lost Odyssey.
But then,
I don't hear you replying, man.
Lost Odyssey.
I didn't
play Lost Odyssey.
This conversation's over.
Probably my favourite game.
Hold on. Me and Mike got a point here.
My only point is it's not to invalidate you because I think you can.
Does that mean we is the Pope?
Hold on.
You can learn.
Just
you can learn enough about a console by anecdotal evidence. I know you're not disparaging the PS3.
Everybody hates a tourist.
The thing about the PS3 games, you are saying they're not game changing, but you haven't been on that console to see it change within that space.
It's
formed its own space within that.
Maybe it changed the PS3's console output.
Sure.
It didn't change games in general.
But that'll then go into...
It spirals on, exactly.
Big think tank reference.
I just introduced a new medium within games. It wasn't just...
I love
or at least it was...
I love good song.
I think
or at least it was trying. That's my thing. At least it fucking tried.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's why I said there's more interesting because they tried to do it, but I don't think they necessarily were game changers. I think if any, like Heavy Rain and Journey could be. If we see more games in the next 5 years,
you guys can dick on Uncharted,
but the jury's still out.
You guys can dick on Uncharted, but it did do something. You can say it's Dragon's Lair, and you can say it's something else.
It gave the PS3 a workable third-person shooter.
It definitely did a bit. It definitely did a bit more than that. It introduced fucking voice acting and character performances into games.
Introduced
what?
Fuck off!
What did you just?
Sorry.
What did you say?
Okay, it did with the actual actors in the game. Actors in the game.
No time for this.
Actors in the games. In terms of mocap, putting them in the game, actually having those character performances
motion capture
in games.
More combat.
And those characters would be. They actually bring the characters of the actors through the game.
That's about bringing.
That wasn't motion capture.
No, dude.
That's less about motion capture.
Not all of it was.
That's more about.
Not all of it was.
They're still voice actors. They're not actors.
Sure, but it brought it fully.
You were talking about iterating on something that exists.
Absolutely, yeah. But then
that's what Uncharted is.
Exactly. Yeah. But that's not a problem. We readily admitted earlier. Sony stole a lot of ideas.
It's Tomb Raider with nice voice acting.
That's fine as well. But that makes it a brilliant fucking game.
No, those are two good.
No one's arguing that Uncharted isn't really fun, man. No one's.
But I said brilliant. You haven't played it. You haven't played it, but you're not gonna jump in the bandwagon.
I sat through many hours of it, man, and I think I played the final boss, Stuart.
Final boss.
That's
definitely not his shiny.
I think I played the final boss on that game.
But that's where it boils back into. That's where it boils back into being a Tomb Raider. You're just shooting tigers. It's everything else around it.
I shot him up, mate. I shot him up.
Final boss was the best bit of the game, wasn't it? Literally running around in
a circle. That's Uncharted too. Right.
Best games.
Best games. Here we go.
Red Dead.
So we're doing this in
Red
what?
Dead.
Mallet's Mallet.
Yeah, Mallet's Mallet.
Oh,
Mallet's Mallet is a word association game. Anytime you repeat this.
If anyone hesitates, how are we going to do this?
Let's do it.
We don't even have a mallet.
Rathbone. Go, Rathbone, go.
Dark Souls.
Mass Effect.
Bioshock 1.
Fallout 3.
It's Red Dead.
So I don't know. Are we allowed to include PC games?
Get your ass! It's the Xbox 360. No, he's got to have one chance. One Xbox 360 or PS3.
Stuart, hit him on the head.
Or Wii.
No, not Wii. It's Xbox 360.
Right, I didn't really appreciate that.
One Xbox 360 or PS3 game.
That hasn't been said already.
Definitely, it's definitely
any
out
of
now.
them. Any of the games.
Any of the games. So many though.
You probably shouldn't hit him on the head because he's been doing
Making it
insanity.
worse, yeah.
He's been doing insanity, and let me tell you this right now: he is going to be too exhausted to fight back in any way, shape, or form.
Steve, say the first game that comes to your mind when we say 360 PS3 game.
Best games.
What's the first one that comes to your mind?
Virtua Tennis.
I'm gonna assume.
Wait, no. Oh, it's a good.
I'm assuming Portal 2.
You can't
say
Portal. You can't say a game.
Fine, he said it.
Wow, man, we best round and then
2. Portal 2.
Good choice, Steve. Good
We'll
choice.
let that one go.
Trials.
Nice.
Street Fighter 4.
Nice.
Demon Souls.
Gears of War.
Didn't you say that last time?
It's like Dark Souls.
Oh, right.
Two different franchises. Little Big Planet.
Flower.
Do we have Fallout?
Yeah.
Vegas, New Vegas, Fallout New Vegas.
Oh, that's
Portal 1.
Super Meat Boy.
Pac-Man Championship Edition DX Plus.
Hesitate.
No shit.
No more good games for Rathbone.
Orange Box.
That's it.
Oh, that's interesting. I like it.
Superstar, that's HD.
Uncharted 2.
No one said Halo 3, have they? No one said Halo.
No.
Brilliant game. Go for it. Halo 3.
Brilliant for its features.
Do you mind?
Go on, sorry, go on.
Braid.
Nice.
Red Dead Redemption.
Said it.
Said it.
You're out.
Oh, no, I'm out of this game.
If you want to tag in instead of me, feel free.
Gotta go have a cigarette instead or something.
Oh, it's got to be Journey though. Nick, have you played Journey?
I haven't. No,
You should play that.
Like, it doesn't strike me as my kind of game. You know?
Well,
I hear
don't
it's- I hear
be a
it's good.
dick. Just, I really think you'll like it.
Don't be a
actually.
Ryan. Try something
Don't
new.
waste your time with it, man.
Don't be a dick.
I can't help but feel Chris is out of the game as well.
No, I said Journey.
Stuttering.
He's
I
buying
said Journey.
himself.
No, he's
I'll play it. I'll play it next time I have a girlfriend because she'll enjoy it because it's a
Yes, she
bitch's game.
Oh!
Shots fired.
Well, can you hold on to a bitch long enough to get through a 2-hour game?
Oh!
6 years, long time.
Chris, you go.
I just said Journey and then
Oh,
spoke
right.
a lot afterwards.
Oh, Rathbone's out.
Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition.
Oh,
What is it?
oh,
Street Fighter 4? He's always Street Fighter 4. He said
What?
arcade edition though,
Arcade
man.
edition?
Oh, we're not having that.
Because
Oh, we
I know shit about Street Fighter.
Never
Full new
liked
characters.
Street Fighter.
I know shit
had Akuma had
about
buffs.
Street
You
Fighter.
never liked Street
Bison had a
Fighter.
I know
buff.
shit.
But you've never liked a Street Fighter.
Of
we had
course,
Portal 1 and
Street Fighter's my thing.
But you've never liked a Street Fighter.
Ready Game Fire 50, of course, coming live from a hustling, bustling marketplace.
Matt, go.
GTA 5.
Fresh fish, we catch 'em, you buy 'em.
Heavy Rain.
Oh, I love Heavy Rain and GTA 5.
Oh, mine blank.
Done on to
No,
the next
Bastion
one.
was good. That was good.
Oh, nice.
What?
I enjoyed
Great
Bastion.
game.
Bastion.
Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, very good.
You
You're around,
eliminate.
Nick. You're around,
Both
Nick.
Foul play.
Yeah, Foul Play is available now, isn't it? From whoever makes it. Yeah, I mean.
Whoever that may be. You know,
Right,
it's,
could
a
be.
good- it's a good game, whoever that may be.
Bioshock.
I respect
Done.
Wait.
Infinite.
There you go.
So Hotline Miami, man, that was a good game.
that. Yes.
Plotline Kiami. Kai, are you going to do any of your features today? Oh no, it's part of the silence thing, of course. Of course, yeah. Get off me, get your finger out my ear. Oh god, you're fucking filthy. Anyway,
Ryan,
who's next?
Ryan.
Skyrim.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
Guitar Hero 3.
Oh, very good.
Nice.
Rock Band 2.
Too Human.
You're out. You're out. You're out. I'm not, damn you. You're out. I'm in. Name one character in that game.
Like, Aegeus?
It's all Norse mythology.
I don't know.
Like,
Steve, do you want to name a game?
Arkham City.
Nice.
The point is, there were loads of great games.
Loads of great games. On PS3 and Xbox 360.
I thought we'd be all eliminated.
Infamous 2.
But hasn't
Not even your turn.
hasn't PS3
You're out because it's not your turn.
and PS3's overtaken 360 in lifetime sales.
But that doesn't really matter.
No, that's what, and therefore we have a winner. PlayStation
it's
wins.
the Wii. It's the Wii. Yeah.
So like the Wii wins then. In that
And a
case.
while ago as well.
And everyone loses.
Because it stopped selling years ago. Yeah.
It just gave up on top.
Wii
We won, we're out.
And that was our most cohesive, understandable, and fluid podcast ever. Ready Game Fire 50. Thank you so much for listening to us for 50 episodes, and thank you to everyone in the room who's, like I said in the email to you guys, who's come along here on an evening in rainy England, sacrificed your valuable time to do this podcast with us.
And sleep.
With me. Thank you very, very much. And to all the RGF people who aren't here. Like I said before, please subscribe to us on iTunes and YouTube. Goodbye from me, Chris Fox. Goodbye from Jamie Rathbone.
Ta-ra.
Goodbye from Ryan Crawford.
See ya.
Goodbye from James McNerney.
Ciao.
Goodbye from Mike Power.
PS360.
Goodbye from Stuart Fenn.
Bye.
Goodbye from Steve Edwards.
Goodbye.
Goodbye from Nick Deering.
Bye.
And silent Kai Connolly.
I'm trapped.
No, you just broken your... Nice one, Kai. I guess that...
Like 3 out of 5 words could not resist just making a noise.
So, Kai,
Making a noise.
now that you've broken that valve, that children's hospital are going to be getting no money.
Fuck you,
well
Kai.
done.
You're the worst person in this room, Kai. You fucking
You're the worst thing about this
piece of
generation,
shit.
right, guys? He's the worst thing about this generation.
We haven't-
Silence says more than words.
We haven't been drinking. Thanks very much for listening, and please stick around for another 50 episodes. Okay, thanks. Okay, maybe we'll even donate to you. God knows we owe you money for your time, your precious wasted time. Thanks very much. Goodbye. Ready, Game, Fire.
Excellent.
What do you think of what happened?
Mike.
What happened?
Mike, say Ready, Game, Fire.
Ready, Game, Fire.
Too late.